Hello, everyone. Get that muted down so that way we don't have to worry about that. I hope everyone's having a good evening so far, and welcome to the Black Barrel Tavern.
Hi.
I know we're usually on the other site, but here we are, trying to do our best. Bear is out for this session. We are sending him our love and care. I believe that we are all pretty much set up and ready to go. Do you want to do the recap, Skad?
Yes, I have it ready. Do 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 do. Good evening. I'm Matt, your anchor for tonight. Tonight's top band of plucky adventurers and the trouble they are getting into. This unnamed group started in the town of Mandan, each there getting ready for the Sun Song Festival. As covered previously, these strangers ended up joining together to fight off a band of pirates engaging in an attack on the town. There are some reports that one seemed to have a spiritual encounter with Navarro, the Bard King, but as of this time, we cannot verify those reports. However, someone has seemed to have replaced the statue of Navarro in the city, and no one has yet come forward claiming responsibility, and the investigation is ongoing. Reports also suggest this new party are engaging in illegal investigations using their city connections. They reportedly discovered strange trades and shipments moving through the port town. Tracking them down, two of the group got into a spat with some animated armor. At this time, we do not have a specific location after these two fled for their lives. Reporting back to the owners, a local hoteling establishment, it seems they have disappeared from the town, only to appear dozens of miles away in too short of a time. This is, however, a magical world, so no surprise there. This group has made contact with the owner of a local tavern located on the property of one Lord Xandro, the local lord. Reports indicate a meeting was set up with them. The contents of this meeting were not made public, but sources close to the matter tell us that this group has been given a job by the Lord to deal with a nearby mine with strange activity being rumored around it. We will have an update on that story for you at the 10 o'clock news. We can confirm this group has all been granted access to the local Adventurers Guild and are preparing to head out. We turn now for more information to our local dungeon correspondent. Guild, to you.
Thank you very much. I know I've made a slight wardrobe change, but that's just because my computer stuff has not warmed up my room thoroughly, like it usually does. So I'm wearing the hoodie that my girlfriend got me. On a completely unrelated note to that, it has ears, and I'm not turning around so you can see it, but it has wings.
Nice.
Very nice to see you.
Thank you, Guild. And can you tell us if those wings give you the capability of flight?
Unfortunately, no, but they do grant me access to easier cuddles and a lot of gushy cuteness from the girlfriend.
Sorry, I got in newscaster mode and I can never.
Oh yeah, now you can't leave. That's just gonna be like this the whole time. Like this is like Skad's other job.
Well, since Skad can't do
A
paperwork,
journalist.
he's gonna do something else.
I have a couple of other characters whose this would be their job. Probably an eloquence bard.
I can see.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
I can easily see Scott running around going, extra, extra. I can't read all about it.
Scott would be the little newsboy running around with the little hat.
All right. As a small question, because I know that there have been some issues with it in the past for it. Who all has been able to read the bounty from Lord Xandro?
Oh, great.
Able to or actually has?
He wants to go.
I've been able to.
Now there's an interesting question.
I
Define
can do so
read.
Right now.
Define bounty.
You know-
Once
Did
I
that
said
one-
I can
okay.
read it off
Define,
myself
define.
for all of you.
I
Yeah,
haven't.
could you just go ahead, Kitty?
I was driving while she did it, and I completely spaced out about it until you said something. I ain't
You
gonna
know
lie.
what?
Actually,
When in
I
doubt, just
can't
read
seem
it
to
out.
find it.
Yeah, and also, like, you driving is a perfectly valid excuse / reasoning, depending on how you want to word out the situation. Because, you driving is also you making money. So,
Also, safety while driving is good.
yeah, exactly. So if you'd all like me to read it out real quick, I am more than able to.
I think for prosperity, you definitely should. Just to refresh our
Yes.
memories, because we all definitely
Yeah.
read it.
I'm also not seeing it in
What
any of the
tab is it under?
channels.
I pinged everyone to the thread, the at everyone. Discord is being weird a little bit, so like I know
What
I haven't seen everyone
Technology?
in said thread thoroughly, but it's weird. I can also resend it directly.
That. Okay, yeah, you
Got
linked it to
Yeah,
your
the
OneDrive.
Windows document.
Yes.
I haven't
There
seen
it
it yet.
is.
Still.
All right, so I will read it out as best as I can. And as a note, I did put it in like very fancy looking range. So
It
if
looks
you have
pretty.
a hard time reading it, you can always do a copy, paste, and change the format. I will
will
not
be
be
doing that
offended.
later,
I
yeah.
made it look filigree and like handwritten on purpose.
You made it very pretty. I'll read
Yes.
it later.
So here is the bounty as properly written. By request of Lord Xandro, the manor of Nonix. The Dungrave mine has been. I'm actually going to do this for me because my dyslexia is kicking in. Dyslexia is a horrible thing when you're trying to read fancy lettering.
That's fair.
So we're just going to do this temporarily. I'll fancy it up later.
Would you like me to read it? Because I actually have it pulled up.
I am happy to read it. I just had to take off the. I had to take off the fancy lettering because I can't read cursive very well. I turned it to cursive. That's my problem. The Dungrave mine has been reported to have new occupants of goblins and kobolds. Manor hereby sanctions an expedition to find the reason for their sudden interest in the old mine and root them out. The bounty of this expedition is listed in a choice of reward offered by the manor, offered from the manor by Lord Xandro. I have a typo in there. Love that. To the order of 100 gold and a refitting upon return, along with a bonus of 200 gold for proof that they will not be returning to the mines. Or 50 gold, a meeting with a curator the Lord has good graces with, and a refitting, along with a bounty of 200 gold for proof they will not be returning to the mines. An advance of 10 gold, 2 weeks of rations, 2 nights at the Native Pick Inn with breakfast on first arrival, and 2 nights at the Native Pick Inn with breakfast on second arrival. Signed and sanctioned by Lord Xandro Cormith. Signed and authenticated by Domner Corvic.
Is this the deal that I made in writing?
Yes.
Yep.
Excellent.
I do have one question for you. On there, I read 20 gold. Is it 20 or 200?
Yeah, when I read it, I thought it was 20 gold. Did it was
The bonus is 20 gold.
You said
The
200, so
the
you did say
standard
200
bounty.
just now.
Sorry, it is 20 gold. That is my brain sometimes. It is as written.
Darn, I got really
20 gold,
excited.
20.
I know, right? I was like, dang, okay.
I'll take that
100
typo.
gold and a refitting. By the way, refittings are not always expected from bounties, but it is a nice little thing that some people do, which is, hey, we're kind of expecting you to get beat up. When you come back, your armor and weapons will be fixed a little bit.
I was gonna say, did Silver like do some additional negotiation behind the scenes or something?
No,
I
I'm just putting a refitting in there because I know it's in the mine, and I think refitting is appropriate.
I totally did.
We're dealing with rust monsters. No, I'm just kidding.
Shut up.
Why are you giving guild ideas here?
I'm not worried about my armor, but I picked my teeth with those daggers. Thank you.
On a related note for gear stuff, this is going to be something later down the road you guys can deal with. But in my setting, I do bring back masterwork items. Masterwork items do a handful of things. One, you need a masterworked bit of armor or a masterworked weapon to be able to get them enchanted later on. Mundane items can be enchanted with some things, but masterwork is required for armor and weaponry. A masterwork weapon has a +1 to hit, no benefit to damage. Masterwork armor dons and doffs in half the time and is perfectly fitted to your character. If you find masterwork armor in the wild, it will not fit you. It is masterworked to someone's body. You can. Yes.
I'm sorry. I was just going to ask. So when you say it won't fit you, does that mean, when you say that, does that mean you cannot use it at all, or you cannot use the special masterwork properties of it?
Good
Out
question.
of curiosity.
For armor, you, depending on differences, say you find dwarven masterwork armor. A tiefling could not wear said armor because it is designed for someone who stands around 4 foot something.
Yeah, I was going to say, I imagine it would be something of like a midriff, like a belly shirt, like on a tiefling, but...
Yeah. You there are certain cases where you can wear it right off the bat for certain people, but you will need to get it refitted for masterwork things, and that costs a good bit of money and time.
Gotcha.
But again,
Is it bad?
masterwork items like masterwork armor fits you better, like physically fits you better. You can don and doff it quicker. For
Sounds good.
the major of it.
And it's not Baldur's Gate rules where you can put the same outfit on a halfling and on the biggest half-orc that you got.
Technically, rules as written, you can do the same right now.
Rules as written, yes, which is one of the reasons why I have masterwork in there. Also, masterwork armor weighs 1/4 less. Because
that's nice.
Again, it is fitted to you, which means some of the things that are needed for making it more universal are not needed.
Sure.
Is it bad when I heard Sylvane say it's a midriff? The only thing that came to mind was fat guy in a little coat. Okay, I'm showing my age.
I don't know.
And I stole an eye. Masculine paladin of the men's core stole this armor from a female spawned character. So, like, yes.
If I would have known this would have been so drifty to wear, I would have worn this a long time ago.
I hope everyone has already done the shopping
Oh yes.
for.
Yes, and I also had a letter to send. How much would that cost me to get a pigeon to send a letter home? Just updating them of where I'm at, what I'm doing. Encoded, obviously.
Thank you for reminding me, because I know I sent something to Mom too.
The letter will be covered. The Lord had mentioned that they would send out stuff for you.
Cool.
Again, this is like medieval-ish timing for like how mail services work.
Yeah.
For the most part,
yeah.
there's an asterisk in there.
Yeah, but my place isn't that far, so a
Yeah,
bird would
but
only take a few hours.
Yeah, it's going to be taken by foot, along with other letters
huh.
that are handed down to towards the same area.
Yeah. We were gonna, so this was the back half of the day we were spending just shopping and prepping, and we were heading out in the morning, if I remember correctly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which
Correct.
I will suggest that we just skip the main shopping part of the episode. If you are all good with that, I will trust that you are.
Yeah.
Like, you can send your shopping list via a DM to your DM. And you're given an extra 10 gold up front.
Did I spend that? Yeah, I used that 10 gold for...
Also, the native pick inn is in the town of Dungrave, which is the town close to the mine. It's about a half-day travel.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said we got 10 gold, correct?
Well, if it's
10 gold,
if it's only a half-day travel to native pick, I say we head that way.
The native Dungrave itself, it will take you about a week.
So native pick's a half day from the mine. Okay.
Yes. Dungrave Mine is about a half-day trip to the town of Dungrave. Because there's a town that sprung up around the Mithril Mine.
Mhm.
Which historians will be able to mention, including people within that family line, that the reason the mine closed is there's no more mithril. Like, it was closed and emptied and sealed. Which is why goblins and kobolds being in the mine is a problem. Like, this place should not be accessible.
Yeah, but I think
On a unrelated note range, seeing as some of you have marked that you have joined the guild, I know I haven't sent it properly. I know I haven't updated it, but I did put in the image for the Hunters Guild down right below the Adventurers Guild. What do you all think of the Hunters Guild logo, like their badge?
I thought it looked good.
It looks pretty cool.
Oh yeah, very nice.
certainly it looks like
It's got a nice
$1,000,000,
rack.
or rather $1.
Yeah, I did that. I did all of that one.
Yeah, nice.
I
You
used
artist, you.
I used a different program for the Smiths Guild and the current Adventurers Guild, which that post might get
Quite
deleted
the
and
artist.
redone. because I might redo the Adventurers Guild. But like,
I like
yeah.
it. He's cool.
For sure.
Oh, on the Beholden thing, this is a buy bounty. So,
Pretty
this
gay.
is a payout. You wouldn't be beholden to anyone according to guild rule. You can still take the deal that you're planning on.
Oh.
It's either more money or
Yeah.
access to someone that can potentially get you a magic item.
Did you see my DM on that, Guild?
I like the magic item one, personally.
You know what I'm up to.
I DM'd you on Discord.
I am reading over that again real quick.
I sent that via DM because I wanted the reasoning to be a secret. I'm
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Are you keeping secrets from us?
So far, I would say
Aren't we all keeping secrets from each other?
Right,
Probably.
exactly.
It's only session 7. We haven't delved into any of our backstories yet.
I know. Right?
Absolutely. Kind of funny for Mithluna to be like, "Are you keeping
that's
secrets?"
so far on yours, Silver.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't keep secrets from you guys. Never.
Skad, you do need to make a decision ahead of time, so that way he can let the person know.
We're gonna roll for it. We're gonna let
All
the
right.
dice decide.
If it makes you feel better, it's a wholesome secret.
It is a very wholesome secret.
Forgot to
Thank
decide
you.
what that means.
I like
tried
it.
to make it.
Let me roll a die. I forgot what I was
Okay.
going to choose.
So I want somebody to take the magic item, pick above 10 or below 10.
Above 10.
Above 10. So if it's 10 or higher, it's the curator. Nope, I'm taking the full money.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna stick with that. I think that fits better with Skad's thing, to be honest. He wants to minimize the deals he has to make.
Understandable.
Have deals gone wrong for him in the past?
Huh, you think?
This is part of the backstory.
Yes.
It's a little more complicated than that, but spoilers.
Waffles.
Scott is part of the mafia for HR, though. The HR mafia.
He's part of the non-human HR.
HR mafia
They
or
actually-
like the HR of the mafia, like your human resources
HR
for the mafia.
Oh, it's the HR of the mafia for sure.
I feel like that would actually make a wonderful comedy series.
Oh yeah.
The HR for the mafia.
What are you talking about?
If you're going to
We just
extort this,
signed on little Joey last week. What do you mean he already got whacked by the Katy family? There's gonna be so much paperwork.
I'm telling you guys again, we have medical on retainer.
It was yeah.
If
I
you're
was
gonna,
But he's
If you're
not
gonna be stealing
available right
cars-
now because he's busy doing a dog surgery.
but if you're gonna be stealing cars, do not make it the doctor's car.
What do you mean you need PTO? This job is PTO.
As a note for people who want to write down stuff for their journal range, when looking at the calendar, which I believe most all of you should have access to that particular Excel spreadsheet. If not, I can resend it to you. When writing down the timing range, you would write down the day, the week, the moon, and then however you want to measure years, which is the most recent large event your character can remember, such as either your birth, if there's nothing super adventurous that has happened, or say
Falling
a
from the sky.
major falling from the sky, or major death of certain things, or maybe someone coming into power that is over you.
The records historian in me is cringing right now.
absolutely.
With
Oh, absolutely.
standard date formats. With a non-standard epoch. Oh,
Well, the thing is, you can track it easy in the higher range. You just have to get to a bigger city. Like, Mandan is a city, but it's like a small city. And they do have a tracking system, which is off of the current rule of Lord Xandro.
I'm sorry. This is the category of tism that I have.
Oh, absolutely.
So
now we know why they hired Skad for all of the paperwork.
Skad, you would see the year as 423.
And what's the
Because Lord
epoch? So it would be Andros.
Okay, what do you mean by epoch?
So when we say BCE or CE, that's what's called an epoch, which has a central event years before and years after.
The epoch would be the rule of Lord Xandro. So the years of Lord Xandro. And then after he passes, whoever is his successor, that would be year 1.
Okay.
And what year did you say that is? It is of that.
Because we just switched over to
400
a new year, so
Yeah,
423 you
400.
just told me.
Yeah, 423.
Gotcha. Cool. Thank you.
And seeing as he, as a elf, lives anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 years, he still has some time under his belt.
Yeah.
So, for instance, today is the 3rd sun of the first week.
Oh.
So you would write that down. Amru, Messun, Nindros,
Yes.
4, 2, 3.
Okay.
I just had.
There are 6 days of the week, 4 weeks in a single moon.
My dog keeps knocking over my light. Hi. Hi.
You must all be in darkness.
Just like my fur.
Mhm.
And there
I am the
are
black
3
hole.
moons to a season, and each season has a different
Oh, thank you.
ending point for how their time range is. Spring is Dross. Summer is Re. Autumn is Peck. And winter is Ko.
In the year 423, Xandro rule, or ZR.
Or LZC, Lord Xandro.
LZC. Yes.
Technically, his first name
Buddy.
is Cormith, but they put the last name and then first name.
Yeah, like they do in the Far East.
Yes.
Surname first.
So referring to him as Lord Xandro is proper, and Xandro Cormith is how you would say his proper name. And I saw that message in Discord.
Yay, you're back.
I have worked on my calendar so thoroughly, and yet I do not have all of the seasons in it. Not the seasons, the festivals. But there are some fun festivals in there, such as Day of the Sun Song and Day of Old Moons, which are backwards. The last day of the year is the Day of the Old Moons. A day to reflect on all the moons that have passed. Additionally, if ever your character wants to mention off like several moons in a row, mark off as seasons. Like instead of saying like it's been 3 moons since it's it's last season, because seasons kind of roll naturally. Even with that like tied over, it's all on the calendar. You can all see it on the calendar.
Anybody want to carry a 10-foot ladder for me? I'm just kidding.
A ladder that's bigger than you?
Attempt to find in the mines. I have things already buried in the mines that I'm going to be so happy if you find them, and if you don't find them, I'm going to be a little disappointed.
Well, that's how I feel when I run a module. I'm always like, hey, check that room, come on, everybody.
You mean just a little?
Come on.
Consultant?
Here's the fun thing: like I can't say the things I want to say.
I know.
Of course.
In relation to, hey, check that room, because there are certain things.
Yeah,
just
I know.
A small reminder. Specific. This is a very specific thing. I believe that goblins had dark vision and low light in older editions.
Mm-hmm.
Dwarves, I know, did, and so did drow, which means, as a kind reminder, you have, from my setting, true dark vision. I need to write this down into the homebrew rules. True dark vision is you see flat color in pitch black. Like you can see, like that thing's brown, that thing's gray. There's red over here. Like it's very muted because there is no light, but you can see it.
They're not wearing underwear. Wait, what?
This matters. People who have normal dark vision, so those in the past that had low light only, they see in proper black and white.
I'm so excited.
Oh,
Fun
I know.
fact, this is why Mithluna's colors are all garishly bright, because in the Astral Sea, they don't. That's how you get to see colors, is they have to be obnoxiously bright. So.
And
Yeah,
you're
you
going to go into the mines with me. We get to go to the void.
Into
Going
the void.
Mithluna just
Great.
has a panic
On
attack.
your mild re-outfitting, your upgrade in gear off of your very measly 10 gold, but it's something better than nothing.
Hey, I just managed to get a bunch of little adventurers gear things that would be perfect for a little sneaky boy like me going into a dungeon.
So
And honestly, you probably didn't have money beforehand because
I
10
had
gold
a
is a
little
lot
bit.
of money.
Yeah, I had a little bit.
so this is a Bree
I
question.
just used another gold to buy a bag of caltrips.
Very
I
nice.
have
Oh,
a
cool.
bag of ball bearings. And you guys watch me come in, and on my backpack is hanging a grappling hook.
So this
Nice.
is a Bree question to the DM about silver. I didn't necessarily do shopping because I figured she was probably already equipped for a mine.
Mhm.
Since she knows what she's doing. Is that fair to us to say?
Yes,
Most of
you
you
dealt with oh yeah, you've definitely dealt with Riverite mines.
Yeah.
You haven't dealt with this one, and but you've heard stories.
Okay.
When you actually get to the mine itself, I'll have you roll a history check at advantage.
Okay.
It'll be probably next proper session. For hey, you have a good idea. It is almost impossible for you to get lost in in these mines, but this mine is different because this
Okay.
mine wasn't just set up by Riverites and Blood Screamers. The mine that you're going to has 2 other people that helped build this mine, like the
Okay.
at least entrance to the mine.
Yeah. So worst case.
Yeah. If I
'cause
may ask, weird question, what was your background?
I don't know.
Because the starting equipment for your background usually gives you a pack, and a lot of those become like explorers packs. Some have dungeoneers packs.
I did soldier.
Soldier. Let me look at the starting equipment for that.
Because I was gonna ask Guild if I figure out, because I'm really bad at shopping, just full disclosure. Would I be able to retcon that I did buy something and DM you before we get into the mines?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, hey, I forgot this one little thing. You were there. You just
Yeah, and the way because the way I was thinking too was she's been in the mines before, so she's probably already has that in her back pocket.
If you have like 12 gold, buy a dungeoneers pack. It comes with the backpack, a crowbar, a hammer, 10 pythons, 10 torches, a tinderbox, 10 days of rations, and a water skin. It also
All
has
right, we'll
50
do
feet of
that.
hempen rope.
We're
It's
doing
only
that,
12
DM.
gold.
Okay.
sounds good.
Okay. We'll do that.
I'm really debating about how much Mithluna would ask you guys in advance what you need for a mine, because she has no idea.
Just pack Featherfall.
Yeah, that's one of her
Absolutely.
spells, actually.
Yeah.
You do notice with Silver that she is barefoot still.
Aha, a fellow person that hates shoes.
I just really like connecting with the mines because I feel like I don't get lost as easily because I've memorized the texture with my feet.
Also, shoes are feet prisons.
They are freight prisons. The Dungeoneer's backpack.
I'll also say, as you guys have gotten to know Mithluna, any chance that she gets, she also kicks off her shoes.
It's Dungeoneer's pack.
There's a reason in her art she's also barefoot.
Yep, and then it'll just add all the items. You might have to sort your inventory because now you've got you probably have like an extra backpack there. But with your strength, you'll be able to carry everything because the crowbar, the hammer, and the 10 pythons. The rations are always heavy. Rations are like 2 pounds each.
Well, the reason rations are 2 pounds is it's food for an entire day.
Yeah. It's
2 pounds of food.
Yeah, it's like 2,500. Yeah, it's 2,500 calories worth of an MRE.
Yeah, yeah. It's medieval MRE, so it's like salted meat, salted berries. It's a lot of salted food with some bread. Some of it is fresh bread, and some of it is sailor's bread.
Silver's gonna look around at everybody and let them know or ask, has anyone been in mines before?
Nope.
Not even once.
Oh.
Blink, blink, blink.
I wonder if I have.
So
Nope.
can I give you guys some unsolicited advice?
Please do.
Don't panic.
Right.
And I
I mean,
I'm
I've
laughing
been
because
to
they're
like
the things
super
that make
deep
you
dark
all
woods.
probably
Is that the
panic.
same thing?
what?
I've been to like super deep dark woods where the sun never shone. Is that very similar?
No, because one is rock and one is tree. But I
Do
mean,
they have giant spiders in them? Because I've dealt with giant spiders.
I don't think so. No, not the. So keep in mind, they do not.
Wolves. Dealt with wolves. A bear.
No, why? So I would be more concerned of how the bear got in there and wanting to help it get out rather than like be scared of a critter like that.
Aren't we
I
coming
think
out of winter? Aren't they finishing hibernating?
they don't hide in the mines. It's hard to breathe, and you can't really store food. It's a little damp. Does everyone have some sort of like way to see in the dark?
Mithluna
Torch.
just takes her glasses off and puts them back on.
Because
Remember, Humi, I don't exactly see as well as you do.
I would highly suggest figuring out how to see in the dark. But like I said, don't panic because that's how a lot of people make mistakes in the mines. I see a lot of newbies go in and they freak out. If I can crawl around mines at like right after birth, I think you guys will
Don't
be just
panic
fine.
before. Where have I seen that? Oh, it was on the back of this book, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Plains.
Yes,
Oh,
indeed. That is a very good one.
Yeah,
Made me
Hitchhiker's
laugh
Guide to
quite
the
a few
Plains.
times.
Oh,
Yeah.
that reminds me, we should get a towel.
Why do we need a towel?
Oh, so that you can. Never mind. Just
I
read the
know.
book.
I know.
No.
I'm doing this on purpose because I wanted to see that
Oh.
reaction. And it worked.
I love this table. I love this group. I love you all.
My next inspiration point I get is going to go to Sylvane.
That was so easy.
That was so
you
good.
all were like,
If I see 42 on anything, I'm gonna get annoyed.
Let me see.
Why did you have to say that out loud? We're gonna find.
Nope,
find
I have
ways now.
33 arrows. I could buy some more arrows to make it 42. I'm just...
oh, you didn't know that it's a
There you
mines ritual that everything has to be 42.
It's good luck in the mines, I've heard.
Yeah, I've got some thieves' tools.
Ay.
So for the travel range, I'm going to have one of you, I'll let you decide amongst yourselves, roll me a d12.
I'll do it.
The reason I do d12 is because you don't roll them very often.
That's fair.
We
Yeah.
need some hefty d12s. I've got my big metal one that I'm rolling. Ew! That's a 1.
Oh.
One moment, I
We're
have
good.
to...
We're gonna have
So-
to swim to the mines.
As a note, for any of those that know my gaming love, which by the way, when I get the money, I'm going to be dropping the $100 on both getting the RPG books as well as the shirt, because MCDM is making their own TTRPG, and I'm liking what it looks like. But I'm using their monster book more than anyone else's, just because I love the idea that when I want to look up monsters, all I have to do is remember to look into a book that reminds all of you to flee mortals. The name of the book is legitimately Flee Mortals. And I fucking love that. That is the name.
And the
of
party
their
ran
monster.
away.
And of course, fleas are mortal. Their lifespan's like what? 24 hours?
I think the only
Fine.
mortal we have is Kitty.
No, you are all mortal.
Yeah.
We're all mortal. Someone was
But
just
I'm
really-
the only basic one.
Technically, you do have an immortal on your team.
Mithluna.
Yeah, Izzy. No, Izzy.
Oh, no, that is
Izzy is Eladrin, which means aside from an outside source making it happen, they won't die.
Well,
An outside
Mithluna
source.
is Mithluna is immortal to me. So
Oh. Well, so are you.
I don't believe it works that way.
That's
but
forever.
forever your first mate. No.
This is going to be a fun encounter. Oh, this is going to be such a fun encounter.
What?
Oh no! Why did you say that right after I said that?
This is the next day, and we're on the road, right?
Yes, it's actually a couple
So
days
we-
into the trip.
Couple days in, so this is like 5 or 6.
Well, here's the thing. Would it with
And
my
we've taken
background?
a couple of long rests.
With my background, wouldn't that also allow the rations to last longer?
Yes.
The Outlander, yes.
Would it help with time? I don't know how minds in this world works, and I know this isn't how
We're
it
still
works in real
not
world.
there yet.
But
This is overland travel.
no, I know. I know on Earth, like outside of D&D, this is not how minds work. I want to put that on the record. But in this world, do minds connect in some way? Would that help with travel?
Some
Speeds?
do. This mine is a very particular mine. Dungrave mine
A very
is
particular set of ores.
one. It is a Dungrave mine is a mithril mine, which mithril
my puppy
mines
has the
they mine
hiccups,
it
and I was-
very differently. Like first off, they do strip mining, so there is a large shaft. Like there's offshoots occasionally, but once an offshoot is finished, they will cave it in for 2 reasons. One, we don't like the idea of something being able to be behind us if we find anything unpleasant. And 2, there's nothing down that way. We're done with it.
Yeah.
So no one falls in, no one comes out.
And there is a large pit. Access to the mining pit is mildly restricted. It's a spiral track, and there are a handful of people that get short straw every couple of moons, where your job is literally pushing the mine cart back up.
It'll be us.
You get the fun job of riding it back down because there's a
It'll be
break right in there.
Whee!
Yeah, you ride the mine cart down until the mine is closed. When a mine is closed, they break some of the rails because it's our mine. We're not using it. No one is.
So they went off the rails. Okay. Sorry.
Everyone assume the position. The plot has jumped the rails.
Oh gosh. So
Wait,
I
does
guess
that mean you're going to be railroading us once we get in the mines?
No, because of other reasons. You'll find out when you get there.
so. Do
Oh,
we?
and
Let me
being
have
carted
my
around.
jokes. I was on a roll.
Hey,
I mean, you
Sylvane.
were,
I
and
thought
then
you were on a
chose to
chair.
forget it.
Sylvane,
I thought you were on a chair.
did you end up getting your donkey?
No, no. Sorry. No, I didn't. I'm thinking Fiacre's probably gonna see about saving up for a more large and impressive looking means of transportation, like a riding horse or something. Or as you suggested before, maybe we should put our gold together and we should all get a war elephant.
I did suggest that. I thought that would be so great.
You were
Good
currently in the
memory.
wrong area for that.
Yeah.
Oh shoot!
I'm pretty sure none of you have seen an elephant in person yet.
Yet.
makes
Yeah, we gotta
sense.
wait for Hannibal to cross the Alps.
Yet.
Mithluna just looking around. What the hell is an elephant?
Mia, are you
Elefino.
good with navigating and tracking and finding your way around? This is me asking Mia Lee, do you have survival?
Actually, yes, she does. Yes, I do know how to track.
I'm just saying, I was just figuring out what our marching order was because I rolled so low. So who's in front?
Unfortunately, that'd be me just because I'm the one tracking the shit.
I would be right behind you then.
As a note, because of the one, there is some pretty bad spring weather. You are slowed down quite heavily. What should have only taken 6 days is now becoming an 8-day trip. The 2 weeks of rations was to be able to get you there and back again.
Well, with the survival, again, I know I can get like basic foods and stuff while I'm doing there, but with the survival, would I be able to find extra game to make the rations last longer?
Yeah.
You are able to do that. Actually, give me your survival roll real quick as I pull up another thing. I have to... There it is. That's the one I'm looking for.
Well, nat 20.
Nat 20. Okay. So,
yeah.
I'm only going to narrate one particular day for all of you. This is actually the only really notable day. You've had some pretty gloomy, rainy days. It's a bit rainier than usual this time of year. It is still changing over from winter into spring. You did have a good lead up ahead of time, which is nice.
Sorry, my phone's dying and my charger just ripped and broke.
Oh, that's not good.
Uh-oh.
So I'm moving to my driver's seat.
Which has a different charger.
Faster charger.
So, as you're tracking one of these one of your days, nearing the end of a long trudge through some mud and other unpleasantness, you recognize some tracks. You've seen them before, but it's been some time. Give me a nature check real quick.
You got it.
While you are hunting, do you have anyone hunting with you?
That would be
Yes,
me.
that would be the other stealth person. Well, the only stealth. I don't have it, but
If you have you should have nature.
I do not.
You do not?
I do not. Athletics, deception, insight, perception, stealth, and thieves' tools. Yeah.
I will let you roll.
I'm good with bow.
I will let you roll your nature check.
Okay.
You're at a personal disadvantage, not 2 dice disadvantage, but like
Yeah.
you don't have the bonuses there disadvantage.
Yeah, I just don't have the boost. That's all right.
There we go.
See. That's a 16.
Bad.
That is a 16. That is
Better than what I
good.
rolled.
What did you roll?
A 13.
So you both notice these tracks, and you're having a hard time fully figuring it out of what exactly it is. You're only a little ways away from the camp, like 45 feet.
Yeah.
From camp. This makes it that way other people can have chances of moving and stuff.
Oh, of course.
When Skad, it dings in your mind of what this is. Because at first you think there's a bear tracks, which would be good game. Then you realize the claws are a little bit different on this bear.
No.
And the front claws are a lot more elongated, aren't they?
Yes.
Oh goodness.
Oh no!
You have unfortunately set up camp, as far as you can tell, near an owlbear nest.
I'm gonna stealth back to everyone else as it gets dark. And step on a twig. That's a natural 3
What is your total?
for an 11.
Oh no!
11.
Oh, good.
You think you're stealthy?
You think you're stealthy. You're feeling stealthy.
Snap, crackle, pop.
I think with my own passive perception, I know I'm not. I'm like, oh shit. Guys.
As a note, I'm also using the Flea Mortals version of the owlbears, so this is going to be fun.
Guys.
Oh no!
Guys, get
What?
your shit. Owlbear
What?
What's up? What's up?
What?
Owlbear nest.
Friends?
Bear nest. Oh.
What's a bear?
All right.
The kind of friends that would swallow you whole, Silver. We are snacks to them.
Oh, owl bears.
Owl bears.
What is an owl? What is a owl bear?
Owl bear. So
This what?
the 16 I know there is, but I don't think Skad would know the history. Matt does, but Skad wouldn't. Basically, a giant bear with the front of a giant owl. So big claws, big beak will eat you.
Is it as cute as just laser beast?
You wouldn't
This
even
is very
be
important.
an appetizer for it.
Okay.
Small side note. Mithluna, you would probably refer to a displacer beast as a zero cat.
A zero cat. Okay.
Yeah, because there are a couple admirals that actually have azir cats as house pets.
Yes. I remember this. So I was like, I thought
Yes, you do. Once
sounds-
well-trained,
it sounds
displacer
nicer.
beasts are lovely little kitties.
they
I
are.
think
Plan
I think
then.
owl bears are just as cute.
Well,
on-
obviously we have to make friends.
On that
I
note,
plead the fifth. Everything I say will be misquoted against me.
To give an idea of scale for an owl bear, the normal owl bear is stronger than our party
Right.
and is not
Oh,
a
too.
balance.
It's fine.
The
Fine. Everything's
plan,
We're
fine.
not that
Rolling it.
my friends. The plan
I
then
thought so.
must then be
Ah.
pack up and leave. Am I right?
All right.
Right, everyone? Is this
Sure.
Too late. It's already here. It came out of the brush.
And your camera. Oh, wait, no, your desk is lighting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, and your camera's falling back. No,
You
you're
told
just
me
you're
roll
just gonna.
initiative, buddy. I'm standing for this. I need to shake it out. By the way, that's gonna be a 13 for my initiative.
Wait,
Oh,
we're
are we all
rolling
doing
initiative?
Yes. On a
Yep.
different note,
I did
at
not
some
hear
point,
that.
I might try for our table, the MCDM current system for their initiative. I might try that at our table for D&D because it's really cool. Not today. I will talk to
Okay.
all of you on it outside of session. It's really cool, and I really like it, and it's so dynamic
Very
and so just like
I have no idea what you're talking about, but if it's the constantly changing initiatives, I would have no issue because I've ran it in my games.
whenever you have an opportunity, I have a little bit of homework for all of you when you have a chance. It is an hour-long video. If you want to like watch the whole thing, I did. I loved it.
Oh, it's still on Kickstarter.
No, backer kit. It's on for a full month. They already
It's on
funded
backer
their
kit.
over $2 million in less than 4 days.
It's kind of funny
Nice.
because I didn't even know BackerKit ran programs. I thought BackerKit was just the facilitator for.
Same.
sharing.
Even
the
they did
files.
like, oh yeah, we're gonna try this.
Okay. I got mine. And for some reason, I have my tablet that's giving me stupid lags right now.
I put my initiative in the chat.
I saw.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So that way I can.
Actually, I'm gonna ask to call it out. Because if I pull up the chat in here, it's gonna make.
Yep.
Fair.
So, does anyone have above a 20?
No.
Okay. 15 to 20.
17.
Yes, 20.
18.
So, Fiacre, you said 20?
That's correct.
20. Mia, you said 17?
10-4. Okay, they're starting to get too tight on my head.
And Mithluna, what did you say yours was?
18.
Okay. Skad, what did you get?
I was a little distracted trying to remind you guys how scary these things are, and it snuck up behind me.
What did you get?
13.
13.
Yeah. Guys, we need to go. We need to go. Oh, shit!
You are just a little bit ahead of...
You just saw the shadow in front of you. Like, hi.
Oh, no, I'm facing you guys. You guys are looking at me, so I think you're the ones who saw it first.
And that is our initiative order.
And then I'm 11.
And they rolled a 9 on the die. As a note, they do get surprise because they rolled a 19 on the die for their stealth, which
And I'm
means
the closest, aren't I?
30-20. And you are unfortunately the closest.
Yeah. So all of us do get our reactions because we were surprised we couldn't do anything, but we do get our reactions by the time it hits them in the first round. But that won't do any of y'all any good.
So.
Oh, how do you know that, though?
Do any of y'all have any reactions that's going to save me from being mauled in my ass?
Potentially.
Another fall.
Here's good
So-
berry lube.
Yes.
The first owlbear noticed leaps out at you.
Did you just say the first owlbear?
Notice. This is a dynamic. This as all of my major encounters is still a work in progress until initiative is finished. I have a number in my head of max number,
Oh, no.
but like that's only if things there's at least one. We'll find out if that number changes.
Yep.
But it leaps out at you using its deadly leap ability.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I love action-oriented monsters. They are so much fun.
All right.
So fun. So deadly.
My AC is 15 for the record.
Everyone, in the words of the 10th Doctor, I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
What do we get? What do we get?
So they get a bite and 2 claws. I will narrate afterwards, after I roll.
I thought you were pulling timey-wimey crap when you said that. I'm like, wait, huh?
Oh, no. Allons-y.
Don't forget you have your 11 points of HP, or temp HP.
I'm down to 1.
Remember the midget fought the guard. The armor.
The animated armor hit me.
and hit you
Wait, but
good.
it's
So I have
been-
effectively 18 hit points right now.
Oh, okay.
Are we going to need another Timmy?
Oh, don't worry. I've got about like 20 different backup characters. I actually came up with one last night.
Yep, it's that ADHD of, ooh, what about this person? Ooh, this person.
Oh, I already have a backup of me in case something completely happens and she can't come back.
All right. What do I got?
You said you have how much of your standard health?
I have 17 max HP plus 1 temporary hit point. Do it. Don't pull your punches.
I know. I'm not going to. Normally, for the deadly leap ability, if they leap more than 20 feet, which they have a maximum leap of 30 with a height of 15, if they hit with a target, you must succeed a DC 15 strength throw or be knocked prone. But you are already knocked prone as the owlbear leaps out from the brush. The bite barely missing you. As you are knocked back a little bit, in startling, the first claw comes in and rakes across your chest, spinning you as the second claw rakes across your chest the other direction, and Skad goes down.
As a point of order, how many points of damage was the first claw attack? Was it at least 18?
No, it was
Okay.
15.
Oh, but it was so because if that first attack had brought me down to 0, that would have been 2 death saving throw failures.
I know.
Oh
So-
Would
God.
not do 18 in a single hit.
So, but
Someone
the
rolled a
second
1.
attack still brought me down.
This is a deadly encounter. Someone rolled a 1.
Yes.
right.
There are
That
two
someone
different
was
lists.
me. I think it's quite appropriate.
There are 2 different lists for negative encounters, and there's 2 different lists for positive encounters. That is a note to be remembered. A 1 and a 2 are negative encounters. An 11 and 12 are positive encounters. Everything else in the middle is weather and mild inconvenience, but nothing happens. Remember these when you're rolling your d12s in the future.
Yeah.
On your turn, I will be rolling and letting you know.
Kind of want to roll myself because I have a special DM die that was gifted to me from a friend when I was DMing a game with them.
Are you sure you want to roll yourself?
Yeah. And then I'll message you.
Because I'm more than happy to do the narration of like
I'll
What
message
is
you and let
happening
you
and go through.
narrate, but I like the
you like knowing.
yeah.
All right.
All right.
That'll be on your turn.
Yes.
Fiacre, you are up. Mithluna, you are on deck.
Jesus.
There is an owlbear.
Okay. Can you
in-
describe to me our surrounding in a little bit more detail? Any cliffs? Any?
You are. It is a mostly through plains and rolling hills. You're currently in a forest. There is a lot of forest between here, between the manor and the state and the town of Dungrave. You were only a couple days through the forest, but the rain slowed you down. You were probably about another day's travel outside of the forest. You find a nice clearing a little ways off of the main path, within eyesight of it, so that way you can find your way back, but off enough to where if anything was to happen on said path, you could avoid it. This clearing is about 25 feet in circumference. You were able to set up a fire in the middle. You have your bedding set around the fireplace. It's the fire itself a little bit past where you set up some logs that were nearby for seating. There's some food provisions still left out. Your packs are set near your thing. Your packs are set near your bedrolls. You hadn't fully gotten ready for bed yet, so you're still in your armor and your gear is ready at hand. It wasn't late enough into the night where you had started to properly bed down. This means I'm not taking your armor away from you.
Very nice.
Plus, we're wearing light
Not
armor. We can sleep
good.
in it.
Knowing your armor class does kind of mean that I know what I need to roll, and these things are.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's not a super bag of hit points, but it's kind of a bag of hit points.
Okay.
Oh yes, I know.
So one of the questions about the surroundings that I have is the trees that are roughly surrounding us. Are they hypothetically thick enough trees that an owlbear could just crush one by being upon it?
No. This is a fairly heavy forest.
Okay.
There's some pine trees around, but also, I'm not an arborist, so I don't know the many different tree types. But like, it's good sized trees.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay.
Feel good right now.
Oh yes. Oh, this is absolutely. This is monstrous. You are a monster. In any case.
I don't want you dead. The owlbear wants you dead. I am rooting for you.
With my 30 feet of movement, is there a tree close enough to me to be within touching range of it?
Yes.
Okay. So, Fiacre is going to take off running towards that nearest tree with their rope and grappling hook that they just purchased. And begin essentially just screaming at people to try and organize everyone. Silver, can you grab Skad? Is that possible? Can you grab him? We need to flee into the trees. There's nothing around here. We must prioritize fleeing this horrible fucking thing and just buying a few moments. We must go. And so they're going to go to the trees and try to grappling hook up the nearest large tree.
Am I allowed to respond since they talked to me?
You are allowed to respond. I'll give you that.
Fiacre, how about this? I'll be the distraction. Get my friends out of here.
Metal. I love it.
I will certainly this is a good plan. Who can possibly carry this goblin? Like, out of character, bearing in mind that like Fiacre has a negative to strength. So probably couldn't hoist him the fuck up the tree.
As a side note, generally with the weight of Skad and all of his gear, whoever is going to be lugging him will be moving at half speed.
Yeah.
And
oh, sorry, I had a bad idea just come into my head.
and climbing is at half speed as well.
Yeah.
Unless you have a climb speed.
Also, as a like visual positioning, the owlbear is still standing over Skad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like there's
And they generally move fast enough we can't exactly
over
run
check your
away from
DMs.
them.
Fiacre, it is still your turn.
Fantastic. Am I going to be able to get that get up that tree or begin the ascent at that point?
Roll me a athletics.
Fantastic.
Okay, cool.
Silver, were you able to check your DMs?
Oh, I didn't
Oh.
hear you. I thought you said Fiacre.
Well, would you look at that? Something that Fiacre is particularly awful at. And they roll a 17. Must
You
be all
are
the
able to
adrenaline.
get
Uh-oh.
you are able to get the rope secured. But with the movement that you've already made, you will be able to start your climb next turn. You do have a bonus action if you would like to still use it.
Oh, I certainly would. I am going to use tick off a. I believe I'm going to. Let me see here.
There's one spell I hope for, but I don't think you have it.
Probably not. I do have a bardic inspiration though, and I think now is the time when everyone could use a little bit better rolls. Since Silver in particular is the one who volunteered to be the distraction, Fiacre is going to just sort of toss off a quote from a book to inspire Silver's heroic actions, and just tell Silver, against the current we boldly swim, our destinies shaped by dreams within, and just like try hoisting themselves up, because like the reality is that I think Fiacre is going to be a little more useful at range here, kind of supporting people.
Yep.
They have heals, they have support stuff, but they're really no use in no use being in melee or trying to carry shit. So I think that's going to be their turn.
All right. Mithluna, you are up. Mia, you are on deck.
So I am torn between two spells. I am torn between Catapult and Spare of the Time.
Nothing's right, I'm
Skad.
torn. I'm all out of space.
Okay, so Scott, you're down.
My goblin friend is lying there, cold and all.
I believe Spare the
You're down.
Dying requires touch, if I'm right.
It does. This is why because I'm also remembering that Mia's the one that brought Mithluna back last time. And I don't want the owlbear over Scott anymore. So I'm running it around to the side and I'm casting Catapult on one of the logs that's currently on fire in our fireplace, in our little fire pit. Catapult right into the owlbear's face, which is 3d8 damage, and it's a dex save for the owlbear 14.
Well, I was trying to not do this without violence.
What? Well, owlbear started with the violence.
Yeah, but it's okay. You'll understand on my turn.
Roll your damage and let me know what you got.
Okay, so
But I will narrate appropriately.
all right.
Was that log under 5 pounds?
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Whatever the log is, you will be able to find a log within the required necessities.
She can pull it off.
I'm rolling terribly. I rolled a 1 and a 2
Oh no!
and a 7,
You
so
got
total
this.
of 10.
Roll me a d4.
D4. Okay. I'm kind of hoping for that. That's kind of why I went with that
You
instead
know,
of Catapult.
Skad, when you did the recap, you had said that that this was an unnamed group, and you kind of alluded, in my opinion, that kind
So
of alludes
13
to the
total.
idea that this group needs a name. But I don't think we're going to be a group much longer.
I mean, we don't have a
Pepe.
name. They report the news.
So, as Mithluna steps a little bit closer and uses magic to hurl a log that is on fire into the side of the owlbear, who is distracted by its wanted to soon be meal, is completely unawares of the log that smashes into it, doing a little bit of extra damage as the fire and ash bursts across it. I give you extra damage because one, it was on fire, and two, I got a total of 5.
Oh, good.
So, like,
Do some of those embers splash onto me?
no.
Okay.
You are fine as collateral damage.
Oh, why, thank you.
And is that your turn?
I'm also just running off to the side and making a whole lot of noise to get the owlbear's attention and get it away from Skad.
All right, Mia, you are up. Skad, you are up.
Okay, I'm going to be using two. I'm going to be using 2 first-level spells in a moment, right now.
You cannot use more than 1 leveled spell in a turn.
Even if one's a bonus action and one's a regular action?
Correct.
You can use a cantrip in place. So if you cast like a bonus action leveled spell, you can use a cantrip action spell or vice versa. You just can't cast 2 spells with a spell level in the same.
Okay, that's something I didn't know about.
As a point of order for future range, you can overcast later down the road. I will be putting this into the homebrew rules here in a little bit, but like,
Ooh, fun.
yeah, you can cast once you're out of spell slots. It just requires a Constitution saving throw, and if you fail, you take levels of exhaustion equal to the levels that you expended.
Well, then there goes my artificer build.
Okay.
You can
Well, in that
overcast.
case, then.
And just kill you.
Okay. Second question: can someone have more than 1 bardic die if it comes from both of us? Can Silver have?
Yeah,
God, you're unconscious.
Yeah,
And Bardic
let
Inspiration
me reach
is a
out through
D12,
space
right?
and time.
No, Bardic Inspiration is, I believe, D6 per at this
Mine
particular
is
moment per
D6, yeah.
person.
D6 at this point, yeah.
Okay, I was playing a
It
level.
looks better later on.
So you
Yeah,
the creature gains
that's right.
once within
I was
the next
playing a
10
level
minutes.
20
The creature can
one
roll the
shot
die and
last
add it. They can so once Bardic Inspiration is rolled, a creature can only have 1 Bardic Inspiration die at a time.
Okay.
PHB page 53 for those viewers that are interested.
My
No, I
tablets.
believe you.
Go ahead.
No, I was. We played level 20 characters in my home game
Yeah.
last night, and so level
Bardic
20 it
that
was
levels up.
a D12 for Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah.
They get ridiculous.
Yeah.
In a,
Okay. The only reason I'm asking is I don't want to change my pages on my tablet too much because it's lagging like hell, and I don't want it to freeze on me.
I also cannot receive Bardic Inspiration because I am unconscious and incapacitated.
I wasn't giving it to you.
Okay.
I was
I'm
going to try
give a second one silver.
I was going to try to heal you and do something else I have in my plan, but since I can't do that, okay. Bonus action. Let me go choose features so I make sure to use it up. Have a mark in here. Hey, Sylvane, get inspired.
All right.
Move action. I am moving up closer and pulling out my 2 daggers. These ones you guys have not seen yet because in the other fight, these were in my room. And what you've noticed about my you didn't notice this about my character because she didn't wear her armor or have these equipped last time we were in a fight. Her choker that she wears around her neck that's part of her armor has pretty much a cat's eye on it. And she's dual wielding daggers that looks like at the end where the pommel would be is kind of like paws.
That's cute.
She knows why. My standard action, speak with animals. I learned this from my druid friend. Maybe there's a way we can get out of here without this thing trying to eat, even if we have to give it other rations, or I can help it hunt. This is not the type of stuff I like to hunt.
I mean, reasonably.
What are you saying to it?
Well, one, it lasts 10 minutes, so I got a little bit of a bit.
Yes, but you're on first turn. So
Yes. So what I'm gonna say to it is,
If it
leave my
gets
friends
to
alone.
me, I'm dead.
why do you think I'm up to you? I'm also trying to talk to it. Also, if it doesn't work, I'm a distraction too. Anyway, so look, we are not food. I will help you get your own food, but leave my friends alone. Otherwise, you will not like us. I'm kind of doing like a minor diplomacy trick. Like, I'm doing what I can to save the family, save the friends. At least this way, owlbear won't. Owlbears also aren't very good eating. They're more decorative, trophy hunting.
I don't know. There's a ton of meat on them bones.
Yeah, but
If
you
you're
gotta cook it
really
the right way.
hungry enough.
1 second. I am.
You say to the goblin.
You're just a morsel.
I see how
Down,
Scott
he's
eats.
eating good.
Hi, dog. Can I help you?
Real quick. Someone roll me 2 d10s and tell me what the numbers are separately.
Mm.
I got
can get.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You can, if you would rather.
Go ahead. You have your dice in front of you. I was just going to throw it on my tablet.
Nope, that's not a D10.
Hey,
Where did it go? Oh, there it is.
Yes.
You want them separately? A 9 and a 1.
both really good and really terrible.
Yeah.
That feels like the MO of our party so far.
All right. So you're telling it.
I'm trying to negotiate with it, leave my friends alone, and I'm willing to hunt, help it find food, or even give some of ours.
It will properly react on your turn. I will let you roll a persuasion check.
Right
Yes.
now. Okay, hold on.
Is my hand clean?
Okay,
now?
I hate my tablet right now. I got a 12 because it's double rolling everything right now. So I'm just taking the last things I've been getting. I'm just gonna close this up. But a 12 is what I got.
All right. I will narrate its response range on its turn. Skad, you are up. Silver, you are on deck. You can send me the DM and I will narrate accordingly.
Amazing poker face.
Poker face.
Poker face.
God, as you lay there, you start hearing the leaves rustling. It's been a fairly windless evening for this day of travel. But you hear the wind starting to pick up some. The freshly growing leaves starting to shake in the sky. Mark it down appropriately. Silver, you are up.
So the owl bear is facing me, right?
The owlbear is looking up towards Mia some, but facing you-ish, you and like the rest of the party range.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out my longsword, twirl it, go up to it, but kind of angle myself in a way to try and see if it'll follow me to get its back to the rest of the party. And I'm going to go ahead and smack it with my longsword.
Okay.
Okay.
As a note, you did see Mia like starting to talk in like a hybrid-ish languaging range. You don't really understand it. It is a combination of magic and growls. Speaking using talk with animals is noticeable. You don't know what is said, but you do know that Mia is currently conversing with this beast.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. I got it done.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm still gonna go up to it. I'm still gonna twirl my sword around, and I'm gonna just hit, not him or them, but in a way that's like intimidating. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Give me a intimidation check.
Okay.
Because you are trying to be intimidating.
Yep. And then can I take Bardic Inspiration for that?
Yeah. You can use your Bardic Inspiration on that, which is a D6.
That's awesome. 23.
Oh!
And I'm definitely glaring at it. And sort of just like growling a little bit of like, you better be listening to her.
Okay. Owlbear is up. Fiacre, you are on deck. Katy, the owlbear looks at you, and while everyone else hears a combination of like a growling and chittering sound somewhere between an owl and a bear, you understand as this creature speaks. This food is plenty for my nest.
Oh, it's a
As my eggs hatch soon, it will feed us. It will feed us all.
I want to
I
come.
should have.
Oh no.
I should have hit it.
Making any headway over there?
I am prone, so
Also-
the attack is at advantage, and it auto crits if it hits.
Also, Guild, I forgot, since it's the first time casting a leveled spell, I'm supposed to be rolling on my the wild magic thing. If I roll a 1, then we get a wild magic surge.
Okay.
So, I forgot to do that.
I could have held my action, but that's too metagamey, I'm guessing, to retcon.
At that point, I would agree with it is.
Yeah.
No, we're good. It was an 18. We're good.
Silver, high or low?
Hi.
You can hold your action.
Okay.
I rolled a 4
And-
6, so
Okay. I'm gonna hold my action, and I'm not gonna. It's just as soon as that thing makes any sort of aggressive movement towards someone, I'm gonna hit it.
Mm-hmm.
it is standing like more protectively over Skad as it looks to Mia. This is my hunt. Fiacre, you are up. Mithluna, you are on deck. As a note, I am
Mama
using
bear.
the diplomacy rulings from the MCDM thing, which is why I had D10s, because I didn't know exactly where we wanted to start it. If the two numbers, which are slowly moving towards each other, if the two numbers touch, diplomacy is over. And whatever result you get, you get.
Yep.
There are certain things that are like 100% no-goes, and there are certain things that are very advisable. You haven't hit a no-go yet, because a no-go also directly ends it. You haven't hit one yet.
Keyword
this
yet.
This is also
Yes.
the first time that the hunter's doing diplomacy instead of just attacking. So this is even weird for me. This is my first time using the spell after I learned it from my friend.
How's it
So,
going over there?
And he's trying to negotiate with a mama bear, trying to feed her cubs.
Meanwhile, Silver's ready to pounce at any second at any sort of.
But,
Fiacre, you are up.
was-
Mithluna, you are on deck.
Mealy, are you making any headway over there?
I was not expecting this, or even I was going to do this. So give me a sec. Sorry. We're getting open negotiations started. She's a mama bear.
You just see Silver glaring and
Oh,
growling.
we are all so fucked.
Yeah. It's mama.
And Scott is food.
Oh goodness. Oh goodness. All right, you are negotiating. I understand. Okay.
Silver's growling and like ready.
Do you have anything to help Skad not die?
Since
If you
it
do, I
looks-
suggest casting it now.
Since it looks like, well, I can see that point, and on the same hand, I'm considering the fact that if we spend a cell to heal Skad now, and it kills him it just hits him again anyway, it won't really have mattered whether I cast something. Will it? And so Fiacre is going to kind of see Silver maybe kind of posturing and trying to, it doesn't really take, like, just out of character, like, it doesn't really take an animal expert to know that most animals just want an easy meal, and if you look like you can't, like, even without knowing what's being said, like, if you aren't an easy meal or an obtainable meal, then you're more likely to. So I kind of get, like, Fiacre kind of gets where Silver's going with this. Even if they don't really understand what the hell's going on with the talking and the screeching and the chittering. So I think what Fiacre is going to do at this juncture is probably cast yes, Fiacre's probably going to cast thaumaturgy to let me actually double check a quick.
Out of curiosity, how do you have thaumaturgy?
By virtue of Infernal Legacy.
Ah, okay.
Mhm.
So I believe yes, I believe Fiacre is going to. Okay, so you just for clarification, Silver is like kind of growling, right?
Like just being real intimidating, like stay.
So
If I-
let me add this in. I have the spell Spare of the Dying. It will use up my action, or I could use offensive spells in this next round. If you heal Skad, he stops dying. I can make an offensive spell. So just let me put that into your calculations about how you want to move forward.
Spare
It's
the
going
dying is
to
touch. You have to
It is
get up
touch.
to me to use it.
Exactly. So I'm going to be in the danger zone as well. I will do it if you don't cast a healing spell right now. So it's just up to what you think Fiacre will do in the moment, but I just want to let you know that in the calculations of how you're thinking about your turn.
Yeah. Because remember what I said at the beginning, Fiacre. What I'm trying to do.
I believe so.
Mm-hmm. Buying you guys
Yes.
time.
Seeing as the two of you are the closest, Mia and
Silver.
Silver, give me a insight. I give that to you for free as you're up close.
13.
What would Fiacre do in this moment?
19.
So I believe that the action would be to cast thaumaturgy to because they can create a sound that originates from a point of their choice, and so they would essentially just kind of add to Silver's sort of growling and menacing. Basically, like instead of just like normal kind of dwarf growl, like basically adding like a super deep, like loud, echoey, guttural like sound to it to kind of make it like almost sound like monstrous, like big, like a huge like beast like rising up in anger kind of thing. So I think Fiacre's gonna do that to try and just add to the whole. Like, you really don't want to fuck with us. You really don't want to try and take our boy. And Fiacre also has a bonus action with which they will cast Healing Word.
Okay.
On the boy. Because... yeah, I mean, even though I don't necessarily think that now is a good time for him to just get up and sprint away.
Well, no, we
At
just
least
want
he
to
can
stop him
sit there
from
and play
rolling
dead.
death saving throws.
Mm-hmm.
At
That's
least
the
he can
thing.
lay there and play dead, right?
Yeah. We want to stop the death saving throws, because once those are done, he's dead.
So Healing Word is going to be a 1d4 plus 5. And I have to check.
Yeah, yours is better than mine.
This can be
And I know you were worried about him getting hit and knocked back down again, but if you think about it, it'll get him out of those death saving throws, like Mithluna was saying.
Absolutely. And if we can just keep him cycling those rather than,
Also,
Yeah.
it gives him a chance
Eating
to
the
act.
big
Maybe
one.
he can roll away.
Yep. Because now we've got multiple combatants that are nearby the owlbear that are going to take the attention away from Skad so he can roll away.
Let's see. I don't believe I can use Bardic Inspiration on the heal. I don't think that works
Nope.
that way.
No, you cannot.
Okay. So I rolled a 2, but I add 5 to my Healing Word. So I believe that
What?
yes, it's going to be for 7.
So, as the words lift out of your mouth for the healing word, and you are setting the thaumaturgy towards Silver, the owlbear sees oh, that's a different die.
And just for the record, Fiacre's healing words are, when shouts dance and doubts ensnare, remember you're stronger than despair. Just for the record.
I love it. You have my favorite little lines like that.
As
Now,
Skad breathes in a sudden breath, it quickly jolts the owlbear's head down. You will get your action after theirs. You are still prone, so it is at advantage. The owlbear.
Oh, yep.
It held its attack.
It held its attack.
That's why I'm really.
Fucker, I love this.
Thank you for letting me hold my action because this will trigger mine.
Oh, cool! And now
May
I
not
can
be
cast
enough.
spells.
Because the first attack, if it's 7, it brings me back down to 0.
Okay, I need everyone to mute their mics except for Skad. I didn't want this to be this time.
It's okay.
I am so sorry. I rolled a natural 20,
A crit on a crit.
which means
How do you want to roll
the
it?
minimum damage I can do is
Oh no.
17.
I have silvery barbs, and I'm using my reaction.
I believe Silvery Barbs only rolls down some of the dice. Is that correct? Or is that re-roll the 20?
Silver Barbs makes you re-roll a
Re-rolls the
d20 and take the lower.
It gives disadvantage once the success has been announced.
Fortunately, you would know this, but yeah, I have my max HP is 17 and I had 7. So I wouldn't have been instantly killed with that first attack.
You would realize this. Like I will give you that meta of like you are sure that it can't outright kill unless I roll well.
That's true.
So if you want to use Silvery Barbs, you can.
I'm going to. I mean, yes.
Right.
Yes. We're gonna
So-
dump it all. I mean,
There is a 20 on the stack. I'm going to
in
re-roll
character, I just don't
using
think
one
we want to see
die.
them die.
Oh, there's I, as the DM, have contingencies for the players.
Sure.
I'm interested to see what it would be too.
And it's the lower of the two.
Yes.
Yes.
So here's the question. Because technically there's 3 dice in this stack currently.
Yeah. If I may, the way I would read it is advantage gives you that top roll, but then you split it into 2 and roll again and then take the lower of the 2.
So it goes from advantage to disadvantage.
I guess that's how I'd read it, yeah.
All right. So
That's at least how I would read it. It's a complicated
If I may?
situation with silvery barbs.
Or may I take something from like maybe Magic where a +1 and -1 counters negate each other? Maybe it turns into a normal roll.
Yeah. Just roll straight.
Yeah,
Well,
I
not
don't
possible
remember.
for any of us, but
I always thought you just you just select which one you want to re-roll, so you would re-roll that nat 20.
let me.
I'm going to make the ruling.
Yeah.
We're going to just go from it being at advantage to disadvantage. And we will figure out more later down the road. All right.
All right.
Perfect.
So going off of the original rolls, because the extra die that I rolled, we'll leave that one out. It is still a hit.
Yeah.
The extra die I rolled was also a 20.
Oh my
So
goodness.
I will take it to a disadvantage, which is still a hit, but it is not a natural 20.
Okay. So it negates the crit.
Oh, thank goodness.
As a note,
Don't be
you will
relieved
be
just yet.
unconscious again
Yes.
because the minimum damage I can roll is 7.
And that's how many
I
HP
will
I
give you
had.
the meta of their claws do 2d6 plus 5.
Sounds about right.
Biting is a d12.
Sounds about
Plus
right.
Thou loathsome and vulgar wretch.
But now that I'm unconscious and I'm still prone, there's 2 more attacks left.
On its turn, you can only hold one action.
Well, you hold your attack. Let me look at that. I think.
Yeah, you can only hold it one action because always I would be.
Well, but when you have multi-attack, one action is all those attacks.
So there was a lot of debate here. I'm going to skip that. Back to the plot.
Also, quick question for point of clarification. I've already used my inspiration, and I don't have any more, but I know other people still have theirs. And I think I remember you saying that if there is a roll, we can use our inspiration to change the outcomes of things. I just want to double check.
At this point, to make it a disadvantage at this point, you would have to use 2 DM dice
Okay.
to make it a disadvantage roll off the bat.
Okay.
You can use a DM die. You can use an inspiration die right now to make it a flat roll.
Because
I know a few of you have dice.
because I'm prone.
Someone got another one.
Mm-hmm.
Or isn't there the way where we can use 3 and kind of just reverse?
It has to be 3 other people. So it has to be 3 people that agree on the thing.
And have the inspiration dice.
So
And
I have mine. I've never used mine.
I have one.
I don't. Okay, so we got 2. Because I don't have mine anymore. I used it in the last battle.
And Sylvane is motioning
Sylvane,
that they
okay.
have theirs as well.
Okay, so if Skad dies, the 3 of you can use your inspiration point to just keep him alive.
So, are we ready for the next attack?
I think so. Let's do
You
this.
want us? You want us to mute?
I'm lying there. I'm not going anywhere.
Do you want us to mute, Guild?
Not yet.
Okay.
What is your AC?
My AC is 15. But a lot of that comes from dexterity.
Which in 5th edition doesn't matter.
That's true. But without my dex mod, it's 11 from the leather armor.
And I did the math on, oh my. Is anyone going to use inspiration in this moment? Before I give out any numbers, before I start narrating anything, is anyone wanting to use any inspiration right now? Or am I going to start narrating next? What happened with my rolls?
I was thinking of holding for our trifecta for the intervention. The meta divine intervention.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do as well.
That I think all 3 of us are agreeing with. We're using it to save Skad in one way, shape, or form. We're just trying to figure out when we got to pull the trigger.
There is a way that Skad can be potentially saved without any of your intervention. It all depends on Skad.
Mm-hmm.
The dice rolls were total 15.
Hit. Auto crit.
Yep.
2 failed death saves.
Total 23. Hit. Auto crit. 2 death saves. We are at 4.
Well, that's cool. It adds a new feature in D&D Beyond.
What,
Everyone-
that's a saving throw?
Mute your mics real quick, except for Skad. Scott, I am sending you an image in Discord. As the world fades and you expect to see the Lady of Twilight, instead, out of the darkness, you see a man. Piercing red eyes. As the world is in shadow, steps closer to you and smiles down upon you. As he smiles, you see sharp teeth. As he looks upon you and says, I did not expect someone of your proclivities to cross so soon. He holds his hand out to you. Let me help you up.
It's just like darkness and shadows around me, right?
Mostly, yes.
Yeah.
The world looks very similar. You can see shadows of the owlbear over you-ish. You can see the shadows-ish of your friends, but the rest of the world is grim.
Okay.
There's a fog in the air.
I'd like to think that the first time I healed, I snapped awake and I was rolling over, getting ready to bonus action disengage and get out of there, but it struck too fast. And I'm laying upwards and I'm looking up at this, and then there's darkness all around me. Who are you?
Baron Udrin Montague Dumont.
Would Skad know that name?
You can roll a religion check at advantage.
Oh, baller. That's a 17.
Baron Dumont was a vampire baron back in the age of the Rose Baronies. There is one vampire baron. Period. Always has been, always will be. He is a daywalker. He is the first one to properly transcend death. He is also a known powerful necromancer. And he's also been missing for a long time. There are some people that have made worship to him, but he isn't a god. He is a titan. This man stands at about 7'2", and he is leaning down and still offering you a hand. His skin pale. You're finally able to see like how pale he is.
I think... Do I feel death creeping in on me? Like
Yes.
if I don't take his hand soon, I just go.
Yes.
And I think it is important for everyone to know Skad's greatest fear is the dark, but his second greatest fear are the things of evil. He's tried to fight against that his whole life in what ways he could. And Skad is trapped in a moment of indecision for one beat too long. Because he can't trust whoever this man is. Because right now, he couldn't even trust his party with the truth of who he was. and who he worked for. And he dies with tears in his shadowed eyes, weeping like the scared little goblin boy in that deep, dark forest, saying, "I'm still scared of the dark."
Just before full death racks over you, you do hear him whisper, "I can give you a light in this."
Insight check.
From you? Go right ahead. I will give you
And-
advantage.
Okay.
He's being
needed-
very open with you.
Okay. That's a dirty 20.
His offer is genuine. You haven't even heard his full offer yet. All he has said is, because you're currently still in the shadow.
Mhm.
So, as a meta note, if you let him help you up in the shadow, that doesn't mean that you're alive. He's just offering you to stand as you talk.
Oh, okay. And I think with those last words, and he reads it, as the last of the shadows try to grab it, his hand shoots out and he takes the Baron's hand.
He stands you up and kneels down to where he is closer to eye level. He is still 6'2" originally, so like.
Yeah.
I know what you seek. I believe in your quest. I don't think it is your time yet, little goblin. If you care to continue on, I will give you the gift to continue. No devotion, no oath, just one request. Make it count.
What is the other cost of this gift? I know what you are. You're the stuff of scared horror stories we tell each other around the campfire.
You wound me, dear hunter. I am not of my children. I am not of those spawns down the bloodline. I still stand a baron. I still reign a titan. I still hold my house. Yes, a hunger may come upon you down the road. Something I will not let you fight alone. If you feel a hunger, I will give you reprieve. But this is not something of today. This is not something of this moon. I will give you a leg to stand on if you fight in the name of your gods. Those I do not believe, but those who I know need to stay.
I care little for the affairs of gods, only keeping the dark at bay. Can you help me do that?
Both of these things lie in the same place. The affairs of gods currently are the affairs of keeping the things in the dark at bay.
Can you help me not be afraid?
I can help you be the fear.
A single goblin tear, and he nods.
Skad, I need you to put onto your character page at the end of your name of the purple rose.
It fits his color scheme, too.
You see the world in vibrant colors. I'm going to give you a turn real quick because this is a baron in the affairs of mortals, a titan dealing in the land. When you wake up, you are a good distance away. You're about 30 feet from the owlbear. The rest of you all see Skad as he is dropped to the ground, two claws hitting, and then finally a bite into his shoulder. Yes, we're going to get one in here in just a sec. A bite into his shoulder, and then out of nowhere, his body disappears in a mist of purple rose petals. The owlbear looking very confused, and 30 feet away, Skad standing there, eyes the same usual color range except for a ring of red in them. Bow in hand, as all of you see a dark figure standing behind him, letting go off of his shoulder, and you all hear this ominous voice as it says, "Fight!" Make your attack.
All right. As a point of order, how many HP did I recover?
All of it.
Yes.
So will I be
Sword.
attacking the owlbear after him then?
You are attacking him at the same time.
Okay.
As
So-
I draw my bow for the first attack, I say, I have been hankering for owlbear meat for a while.
I believe you only have one attack currently, because you do not have the full.
Correct. I still only have a single attack.
Yep.
So we'll just do the first attack.
And Silver, you can also roll your attack roll.
I think as the petals wafted away, a little bit of shadow of Skad's magic, which is blending with those petals now, stayed behind and wrapped around the owlbear as I would like to bonus action cast Hunter's Mark.
Go right ahead.
As it puffs away, and I just take my shot. All right. And that's going to be a 19 to hit.
All right. Roll your damage.
Okay, so that's going to be 6 points of piercing damage from the short bow. And then, where did I put? Okay. And then another 2 points from the Hunter's Mark. So a total of 8. Let's make it add 2 more points as I do Fury of the Small. I have to buy a new piece of leather armor because of this thing.
Total of 23, I believe. Total of 10.
10. Yes, a total of 10.
Okay.
And I'm going to put away my D6s that I had ready to start rolling new ability scores.
Silver, what did you get for your attack?
I got an 8. But am I able to do accent charge?
You can. You also still have your dice if you'd like to toss on top of it.
Which dice?
Didn't I give you a DM inspiration?
Oh, that's right. We don't have to. Yes. Okay. I can re-roll that because I forgot we're not doing the try thing to bring. Okay. Let's put away. There we
Also,
go.
that was really damn cool.
That was.
Mithluna, you were originally going to be the first one to get that offer at level
It
1.
was close. It was really close.
First person to die gets to be of the purple rose. I will do stuff in the. So, what's your hit this time?
21 to hit. Much better.
Darn it! I'm kidding. You hit.
And I'm gonna just be like, oh, but I gotta rebalance. And I'll hit. And just like I promised everybody else, I'm gonna make this a distraction. So I'm gonna, as I hit it, I'm gonna place myself in front of Skad and everybody else.
Roll your
What?
damage.
I'm down the way now.
I know.
Yeah, he's gone. You don't know that.
Where's my D10?
I don't know. You played with it last.
That is 13 points of damage.
All right. So that was technically Fiacre's turn. We are going to take a quick bio break. Say 10 minutes. All right.
On to
See
making
you
popcorn.
all in 10 minutes. Apparently, I accidentally had us on the like on the opener channel, which I didn't mean to.
Oops.
We'll make fun of you for you later.
And I know that the call look is a little different, but that's perfectly fine. All right. We are continuing in our combat order. Mithluna, you are up. Mia, you are on deck.
All right. So I know Skad was down below, disappeared in a poof of purple rose petals. Mithluna, Guild, you know her background on random stuff happening magically around her. She doesn't realize that he's back behind her now. And is now in panic and very angry at this owlbear. So we're gonna do a little chaos bolt in
All
the
right.
owlbear's face. Which is a d20 plus 6. Or it's an attack roll plus 6. Boop-doo. And I'm also rolling the wild magic at the same time.
Oh, to see if you do surge.
Yeah. Okay, so it's 11 plus 6, so 17 to hit, and then there's no wild magic surge.
All right, you hit.
All right, so Chaos Bolt. Now this is my first time using this spell. So I choose one of the d8s. The number rolled on the die determines the attack damage type as shown. So it's going to be...
Wait, by type you mean elemental type?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because this
what-
is chaos. Yeah, because it's random. So make a ranged attack spell against a target on a hit. Target takes 2d8 plus 1d6 damage. Choose one of the d8s. The number rolled on that die determines the attack damage type as shown below.
Mhm.
And so the dice is
I'm
going to
gonna
mimic.
hijack their.
Okay.
I'm gonna hijack their number.
Oh,
Instead
okay.
of rolling a d8 for the damage type, roll me a d10.
Adding extra damage types.
Oh yeah, we're using my roll chart.
Excellent. All right, let me grab. There we go. So I'm just going to use the regular d8s for the actual damage, and I'll roll a d10 for the type.
Okay.
Oh, and then an extra d6 because there's a d6 in there. Okay. For the damage type, I rolled a 7 on the d10.
It is fire damage.
Excellent. Okay, and so it's
Well, you did throw a log at it earlier.
I did. 9 or 2 plus 7 plus 4, so 9, 13.
Give me 1 second.
Oh, and there's one more thing. If the
It is
D8.
bloody.
Oh, okay. Oh, if I roll the same number on both D8s, the chaotic energy leaps for 1, but I didn't do that. Okay, cool. Sorry, this is my first time using Chaos Bolt,
Yeah.
and it's got a lot
All
of extra
right.
rolls to it.
Yeah, it's a complicated sorcerer spell.
Yeah, no
Yes.
apologies.
All right, cool. All done.
But it's a fun one.
It is. I like it.
Listen, you
And it's very-
spellcaster blow my mind because you have a hard job.
That's why I always do sorcerers. They're a little easier than everyone else.
Yeah, you are up. Skad, you are on deck.
Okay. Silver, you got another bard.
Woot.
Do you have any
Oh.
words of inspiration for me?
If this thing doesn't run, we're having owlbear steaks.
I'll take
So
it.
get ready to sharpen your axe. Oh wait, your sword.
Owlbear steaks, and we're going to find those eggs. I want a baby.
Uh-huh.
We could raise it. Sorry.
I'm
Exactly.
sorry,
Owlbear
you
eggs.
you
I have
say-
my cast iron.
You
I'm
are not
inspired.
using a bar. Okay, first off, you're not using a barbarian spell, cast iron. Bad. Second of all, you said that, and the only thing that came in my mind was, I want my baby back ribs.
I want a
And
baby.
Are you
third-
hungry today?
Sure.
That's not why we're raising.
Yes, I'm cooking. I'm waiting for my water to boil right now. It takes 30 minutes in a truck. I'm going to use Intimidate to tell it that if it doesn't run, it has a chance to take care of its babies. But if it doesn't run, it will never see them again, as it won't be alive.
Roll your intimidation.
Apparently, as a human, I'm not scary, nor am I even going. I'm saving my GM for something literally important. I got a 7. I rolled a 2.
Rest in peace,
Saw a
Owlbear.
squirrel apparently.
All right, you will
Now-
find out the proper result of that on your on its
If I
turn.
remember, yeah. If I remember, that's a standard. That's a normal action to do intimidate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Bonus
so all I
action
got is
to give inspiration.
Okay, I was wondering if I. So I only have a move. I wasn't sure if that was like a bonus and I could. Okay.
Yep.
Move action. Well, fuck it. I'm standing my ground, and I'm staring it dead in the eye. Because as far as I know, it's working. So Skad.
Skad pulls back, and as she's finishing trying to intimidate, Skad's taking his shot.
Take your shot.
That's going to be a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
All right, and Hunter's Mark is still on. That's going to be 10 points of 10 points of piercing damage from the short bow itself. There's going to be plus another 6 points from Hunter's Mark.
Holy.
Max damage on this.
Very nice.
How rough?
Somebody likes playing
It's
rough.
still standing.
Yeah, 2 more points from Fury of the Small. You owe me a new fucking leather armor. Dibs on the claws.
It's still standing.
So that was 18 total points of damage.
Silver, you are up. Owlbear on deck with Fiacre in the wings.
So, I'm gonna look at it. Sorry, and I'm gonna hit it with my longsword.
Yeah.
All right.
That is 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. 7 points of damage.
It's still standing.
I'm going to use action surge.
Yes.
All right.
We eating good
that second
tonight.
wind. Action surge. Gonna hit it again. I'm also gonna use Bardic Inspiration. Can I use Bardic Inspiration?
Only on your attack to hit.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
What did you roll initially?
An 8. And then
Is
so
that
that would
total?
be 14.
You can choose to use your Bardic Inspiration before you know the results.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I won't use my Bardic Inspiration then. Or can I? Are you saying yes?
If you want to use your Bardic Inspiration, you can, but you have to choose it before you know whether or not you hit or not.
Hit? Yeah, I'm gonna use it. I thought you were saying I can't use it right now because I'm like I don't know if it hits or not, so I'm just gonna use it just to be safe.
Okay.
So
Okay, it's getting too hot in here.
it's now 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Jesus. Okay. 6 points of damage.
It's looking critical.
Okay. I think I'm doing that right. Yeah. It's looking critical,
It's looking critical.
and I can't do anything else. And I'm just gonna look at it. I can't wait to raise your babies. And that is in an intimidating way. And that's my turn.
Mia, you don't hear a reaction from it. But you do see it like rear up some before starting to turn and run away. It's not taking the disengage action because it's not, unfortunately, smart enough to do so. If you want to,
I'm not swinging at it. I gave it a chance to run. If it's running, I'm honoring my word.
Silver,
Do I get to hit it?
you do get a attack of opportunity
yeah.
if you want it.
Yes, I want it.
Execution.
Don't fail me, dice. Oh, this might not hit. Cross your fingers, guys. 17.
For future note, the armor class of this creature. Real quick, what is the minimum damage you can do?
Minimum 14. Or wait, that's the highest. Like the lowest is like 5 points of damage.
The armor class of this creature was 13. How do you want this to go down?
Because even if I roll a 1, I get to re-roll 1 damage, and all my damage gets +4 with my sword. So I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to say, you killed one of the first friends I ever made here. And as you die, I don't want you to forget that. And I'm going to cut its head off.
As your blade swings up into its neck, the head is removed from this creature as it falls down limp. No more sound, not even a final roar. Just dead on the ground in front of you.
I'm going to turn to everybody else. Told you I'd get you guys out. Or at least I was going to try. And I didn't want to... I know this looks more brutal, but you guys said you wanted steaks, so I didn't want to totally mutilate it.
Well, leave the claws and beak for me.
Okay, at Skad's voice, Mithluna is going to whip around and look at him and going... And she's just going to shout at the top of your lungs, "You were dead."
I look into her eyes, and you see the little rings of red right around my beady black irises popping in the color there. I just give this really creepy grin, and I say, I got better.
She runs over and gives you a big hug.
Oh, okay. Well,
I also
Yep.
run over. I don't even hear this conversation. I sheathe my longsword and I tackle you with a hug.
All right. Not so tight. I don't know if I can do this a second time. I don't.
Listen, if you ever die again, I'm bringing you back and killing you myself. Deal?
But you're not a cleric.
Don't ever scare me like that again.
Well, it's not my fault. They got the jump on us. I tried to get away, but I was unconscious before I even had the chance.
I'm not victim blaming here. I'm just saying.
Fiacre is going to grab the rope that they used to climb up the tree and just kind of like slide down it, like pretty like fast, like not even slowing down very much. And then as soon as they hit the ground, they're gonna run over to Skad and slap him on the back and say, "You beautiful bastard. I am so glad that you are not an ugly pile of meat on the ground."
You know what? Me too.
Fiacre, Mia, thank you for your support in there. Couldn't have done it without you.
Skad separates himself and walks over to the corpse of the owlbear. Such is the way of the forest. Draws his 2 short swords and just starts going town, hacking up into various bits of meat to cook.
Well, Silver, we don't all know each other that well yet. And there may be times when you feel I am a bit more standoffish than you would like. But I don't want to see any of you dead.
Fiacre, do you want to know why I like you so much?
Please.
Because you are exactly who you are, and you are unequivocally so. And I accept you as standoffish, because I think someone along the line taught you to be. So you do what you got to do until you're comfortable with me, and I'll accept you just as you are.
DM, I do have a question about my new title.
Mm-hmm.
When I came back, were there any other little emblems or accoutrements that came with it? like, does Skad know he has that title now?
You notice stitched into the front of your coat a filigree of a very highly stylized purple rose. The
Well, I'm definitely going to be keeping that.
The purple itself looks to be made out of like a gemstone made into thread.
Oh wow.
I'm fucking definitely keeping that.
That is
as
so
the
cool.
stem, mind you, is black.
Yeah. So it almost vanishes on my coat because I have darker colors. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm getting this as a tattoo.
what is the color of the owlbear's feathers, and am I able to basically pick out the most pristine looking of them and just grab a few?
I'd say most of them are red by this point.
The ones that are not stained are
Stained or burnt.
yeah. The ones that are not stained or burnt are a brown, like a dark brown that fades up into a like snowierness on the top. It looks like the molting had not finished on this particular one.
Okay.
So it is still going from winter into like the spring summer range.
If there are any pure snow white feathers, Fiacre will retrieve those and even lean over to Sod and note, as you are preparing this beast for a delicious feast that I'm sure we will all share in happily and greedily after such a distressing evening. Do bear in mind that any body parts of this thing are likely of incredible value. And so really even just the miscellany, the eyes, if you could retrieve those as intact as possible, really just any part of this beast that can be saved, I believe should be. I don't know. Am I the
Before
only
we
one
get
who's thinking about
jumped
selling
again.
its parts?
I grew up in a goblin village deep in the woods. We know how to take one of these apart.
I'm so
Llama, what were you
I
saying?
have the question. Yeah, does this thing have a mate that we need to worry about?
Oh shit.
How would we tell?
Scott just starts looking around.
Now, I will ask this: do any of us, can anyone rack their brains really quick and recall whether they do in fact live in family groupings, or if the parents live solitary lives? Because, and I'm going to go ahead and
Well,
ask if I
the
can make a
reason-
check on that.
Yeah, the reason why I'm saying is
Nature
that
roll and do it.
currently the only person that knows that this owlbear had eggs is Mia. So I'm kind of trying to get Mia to tell us if there are eggs, and if there are, we need to collect them, but not to eat. Mithluna wants to raise them.
Well, here's the
you know-
issue. Go ahead.
I was gonna point out the fact of you do notice that Mia has stepped away from the rest of the group.
I'm gonna
I rolled a 18 on that nature check.
I did as well.
All right.
I was just
Fair enough.
what I was gonna do is I was gonna run up to Llama, and I'm gonna put my hands on your shoulders and kind of twist you around, looking for injuries, and be like, "Did you survive this time? Are you okay? Did you get injured? Are we all good?
I'm good. Not even burnt.
Okay. You're walking okay?
Not even burnt. Yep.
Okay. Great. Improvement.
You
See
all right?
growth. Oh yeah, I'm fine.
You're the one that taught me how to walk, so
Well,
got my
Oh,
land
that's-
lights
I
because
was the
of you.
one that died this time. As I finish hacking things up, leave it over there. And Scott's going to walk over to Mealy. He's going to
she's like
take off his weapons and everything.
She's kind of a good 200-300 feet away from the party. Like, she is away from everyone.
Yeah. Skad goes there, ditches his weapons and everything nearby. He's going to leave him still within reach. Goes to sit down.
Are owlbears solitary?
What's bugging you?
I broke my promise to it. I said if it ran away if it ran and stopped attacking us, it could take care of its young. It was doing that, and Silver stabbed it in the back. Now I feel like I feel tainted. What I said, I feel like I cannot. My words, I can't even honor myself.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to run that by me again. You made a promise for yourself, and someone else did something of their own free will. You didn't break your promise. Your mouth just wrote a check that the truth couldn't cash.
Now I have an internal conflict of whether which bond I'm going to have to break. The bond from the group here, or from my best friend from home. Because I told her I would try to do some of the stuff. Music wasn't the first thing that came to me, as if you couldn't tell. I couldn't grasp the divine. I couldn't grasp nature magic. One of my friends became a druid, and that's what I wanted to do, but I couldn't get it. But I still honored some of the stuff that they do, and I told her I would try to honor in some of the druidic ways, and that was how I learned the spell, so I could. And now I feel like with everything going on, I may not be able to honor either bound. I have to choose one or the other at this point, and I really don't know which. Because I understand what's going on with the world here, but I also had one of my friends that we survived the disaster that was at home. And it's going to take some internal soul digging. You know, if it was like a wolf or like a normal bear, okay, fine. It's a normal hunt. But she has told me that things are special about the owlbears, and now I'm in conflict.
Your people value owlbears specifically?
I know some that are druidic. According to what she told me, whether it's true or not, I don't know. Some could befriend owlbears.
Well,
now whether she has or whether some of her circle has, I really don't know. But I never got that far. I was never allowed in because I never became one.
I get that. I grew up in the woods too, and all beasts can be tamed, but I think it's important to recognize the distinction between the ones that can be tamed over time and the ones that are just going to kill you right now.
Which is true, but the fact is this one seemed like... Okay, real quick, off table, because I needed this real quick, out of character. Aren't owlbears smarter than normal animals?
No, not really. Their intelligence is so negative.
Yeah, they're still beasts. Well, monstrosities technically, beast adjacent.
But they're not like intelligence of 2. Because I'm stupid. I'm a -1. I'm at a 9. I'm a -1.
It
Well, it's not that
has.
Nine is
bad.
like a
10
C
is
student.
average intelligence. That's what always gets me about intelligence scores. Everyone thinks that, oh, you're a 9, you're a moron. No. You're just a
No.
little slower on the
No,
uptake.
no.
It
No,
is.
put it this way.
It
9 is like a C.
extremely. Actually, let me check something comparatively.
Owlbear has an intelligence of 3.
So,
these
yeah,
the main
that's
one. I
These
don't
ones
know
are a
if
little
yours
bit harder,
has.
but not by much.
Yeah.
Never mind them. Then that. I must be thinking of previous editions and where owlbears were.
You also might be thinking of technically next edition
owl-
when
I can't.
owlbears.
One more time, please.
You also might be thinking of next edition mixed with the movie where druids can wild shape into owlbears, which they currently cannot.
And there's a Strixhaven, there's an owling, I think is what it's called, where you can be
An owlin.
Yeah, the owlin.
It's like an Aarakocra. I
Yep.
played it. My last Gloomstalker was an owlin. 150 feet of dark vision.
Dang.
It was
Okay.
nice.
Sorry. What I was, because I thought they had it. If I were, then I might have been like something custom or not, because I swore they had an intelligence of like 6.
No.
So 5 is like the lowest you can go before you don't know language. 8 and 8 to 10 is like you're a C student. 11 to like 15 you're a B student, and anything like higher is like A student, is how I was always told it was.
I was always told like
11
10, or
to 12 is
if
a
your
B
modifier is
student.
like a 0. I was gonna say, like, if it's a 0, you're the average human. Below, you're a little bit slower, and then 13. Then they changed it on to me, which I haven't gotten fully grasped then yet.
When the way I see it is like when you get that the +1 is sort of like that B student, the +2 is the A student, and the like +3, 4, 5, you're a freaking brainiac at that point. Like, fully
You're a
intelligent
professor.
individuals are really smart. Now, that doesn't mean they're putting in the schoolwork for the study. They can put things together fast. That's what makes artificers interesting. They may not know history or arcana or anything, but they can tinker.
Yeah, because I'm playing a character that's at a level 9 or level 9 intelligence, and that's or level 8, and that's like C student.
Yeah.
Anything under 5, they don't have language.
I think
that's
it's
how
5
I also
or
remember.
lower.
5. That's what I meant. 5 or lower is.
This is why Grog
Yes.
from Critical Role was like, I have an intelligence of 6. I know what I'm doing.
Yes. And even then, he played it a little bit too dumb for a 6, I thought.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Because you're still literate at
yeah.
6.
Yeah. The way I say, I think, yeah.
It might have been a Pathfinder thing, because they started.
I've never played Pathfinder.
5th edition for streaming.
Yeah.
It might have been Pathfinder.
Anyway, this was really great roleplay. Can we continue? Sorry, not to like bring you guys back to the game.
Right.
I'm like anxious to see where this goes.
I'm getting overwhelmed.
Right.
Yep.
Too many people are talking. Okay. Because they determined how my character was going to react more, because I was going off of bad knowledge. That's the one thing about 5th Ed is really starting to annoy me, and
if I may, we can still follow that path. Because maybe the ones you ran into were more capable, if I may. Over the table. But I'll leave that for you to decide. Sod's still going to be there and listen.
Look, I get, because this, I was the only one who could talk with it with understand. No one else could. I get that. So it's not like anyone else could have heard exactly what I told it. However, does anybody have something that can send? How far is that village from here? About 6 days? You said?
Which one are you talking about?
Where we're going to, the village that's outside of the caves.
It is pulling up the.
You said it was 6 days, but I think you said we ran into mud, so it added 2.
It added 2.
And this was day 2, so we should be back to like normal.
It would have
6.
been day 4. So
Day 4. Probably about 4 days away.
yeah, it's about 4 days away currently.
I think she has a way for it to take care of both and feel like she's not breaking either one. Because I should be able to get to the village, and with all the wilderness that's around here, I know there would be others of the circle that we could relay a message to, that could get the eggs and make sure they're taken care of. Because if we touch it, no one else may. It's like taking another animal's young. Once there's a humanoid scent on it, they may get abandoned.
You're in a tough spot. I can relate.
Mm-hmm. But I think I have a way to take care of both.
I have no idea how I'm going to take care of all 3 of mine.
Well, just like
I was dead. I wasn't dying. I was dead. And I want you to know it was a shit situation. But
I agree.
Those 2 like me a lot. Don't fucking know why, but they do. It's both endearing and annoying.
Short stuff.
Yes.
I will tell you this right now. It's because you're batshit crazy, just like the rest of us. You have to be able to do the shit that we're doing. Your crazy is compatible with all of our crazy.
I wasn't supposed to be.
No, everyone's crazy. Just some show it more out than others.
I was going to let myself die. I was scared. And sometimes when we're scared or angry, we make stupid choices. Sometimes we make more interesting ones. We can't blame ourselves for them.
Look, this is my first tough decision ever besides leaving home. That was my very first tough decision, was leaving home.
That one's always rough. Leaving home.
Well, the ship was easy. The battle ship was easy. Protect you guys. But leaving home, I didn't have much of a choice. I had to do what I had to do for the town.
I get that.
You'll understand a little bit more once I get my organized mess finished. The project I'm working on. However, it's only way we can go. Pick ourselves up. And as Dad said before he went, just keep walking, because once you stop and you decide to stop, that's when you're done with everything, including life.
You're talking to the person who just had a near-death experience. I'm pretty sure I got the giving up part. I'll let you wallow. It's not your fault. You weren't the one that swung the sword. You were trying to do your best. It was a shit situation. Anybody who blames you is an idiot.
No, but you talking helps enough too. And like I said, I think it's just a matter of I just got to think what I've got to do to the future.
Fair enough.
That is all.
And as he walks away, gets his stuff, he says under his breath, "At least you didn't have to make a deal with a vampire bear." Goes back to joins everyone else.
Actually, when you walk up, she gets with you and comes over. She actually gets
Yep.
the fire going.
He says it deeper under his breath.
Hey, Mia,
Back at
I meant it when I said thank you for helping.
I know, and I appreciate it's. I'm learning more about me than I could have done in any other situation. It's still more self-discovering that I've got to do.
Are you all right?
I'm used to doing everything by myself, but having with others now, it makes you think a lot more and have you go in situations that you never ran into.
That I
But besides-
understand.
But besides, whoever Silver, if you're gonna keep cutting that up, you're gonna butcher if you cut it wrong that way. Cut.
Oh, I'm
away
not
from the
touching it.
bone.
Oh, I'm not touching it.
Yeah, I finished it up before I.
Yeah,
killed
I'm not.
Yeah, that was Skad's.
I'm so listen, Mia. I'm gonna be honest. I'm real fucking pissed at that thing. Normally I wouldn't probably butcher a creature like that by chopping its head off, but it killed my friend.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm
Hit
not
that-
dead.
She's just gonna look at you and roll her eyes and just sort of flip you off and say, "You know what I mean, sir."
At least I don't think I am.
You're not dead yet. Again. Wait, no. That was Mithluna. That was the again. Okay, hold on.
Hey.
However-
we need to figure out which
Are
one
you
of us is
actually
best
checking?
cook.
Well, my goblin teeth are normally sharp anyway, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Sylvane, what did you
Oh
say?
yeah. So you wouldn't know.
Or excuse me, the Fiacre. What did you say?
Oh, I was just wondering, which one of us has the most experience with cooking? We do have a giant pile of meat here, and
think
we
that
really
would
ought
be,
to
Why do you think I'm delegating? We need to get water here.
Yeah.
I know. I think I saw when we were looking around something that I can get that'll cook well with this for stew. So
Eggs.
I gotta see if my character's gonna do this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
No,
like
I'm
the
not
campfire
really.
with Druidcraft.
Hey, Llama, do you want to go help them look for some eggs?
yeah, absolutely.
Wink, wink.
Wait,
Leave the scrambled eggs
why
alone.
don't you come with me in case?
Yeah.
No, we're not scrambling the eggs. We're keeping the eggs.
No. Yes, it
There ain't
seems
no
that they're going
scrambling
to
those eggs.
adopt.
Yes.
I'm letting the local, as I tease my friend, the local nature preserve deal with it. They're the ones who know with it better. However, unless you just want meat, water, you have better. Whoever has a better of seeing green leaves, follow me. Oh, and who's gonna watch the pot?
I can do this.
Okay.
DM.
Before asking your question range, what was your nature rolls again, real quick?
18.
18, both of us.
Okay. You do realize that they are not single parent run kind of thing. So
Before you two run off,
Oh no.
don't fucking do that because there's at least one more out there.
Oh no.
Probably
Oh,
the
no.
pappy.
It is likely
No.
I looked
that
at me
there.
like,
You teased
maybe
us
there's a
with
chance for
owlbear
redemption
cubs.
here.
Wait, Llama, how
I
about
hope
this?
you leave that speak with animals up.
Llama, how about this? If we go
Sure, what's
to
up?
a shop,
Mhm.
and the first animal we see, we adopt from like a shop, so that way we don't have to like crack the egg open. We can get
Perfect.
like, I don't know,
By the
like-
way, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
like we can get like an elephant, say,
Or an Azure cat. Oh, that'd be
or an
amazing.
Azure cat.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll decide how you say it,
However-
the Azure cat or
Azir.
Azure. Okay,
Azure cat.
Azear.
Okay. Meanwhile,
Fiacre,
Yes.
how are you doing? Do you need help?
Oh no, I'm just fine. I think that while the foraging is happening, my recommendation would be that we carefully take some of the ashes from this campfire and scatter it around the edges, the perimeters of our little clearing here. Given that there's another one coming in, I can only imagine that, or another on the prowl. I can only imagine that the scent of the creature that we are preparing to eat is permeating this little clearing. So we might want to just throw it off of our trail.
So, DM question: are you guys keeping your camp here?
I mean, our shit's already out.
Yeah, but
here's the thing:
it's gonna take a while to fully butcher the animal properly, so I would assume at least for now.
We're gonna have to spread out
Having
the
knowing
meat,
no
'cause there's a
hunters
ton
in
of
real
meat on
life, it
this
takes a
thing.
while.
Yeah,
It takes a while to do proper butchering.
Here's the thing: we're not if we wouldn't even proper butcher this point because do you really want? We could leave this here. The other owlbear will find it, and it would also throw it off our scent. Let's just move we don't have to move a full mile, maybe like another half mile, and it will reach that before us. Go away, go downwind. So that way it doesn't get
That sounds good.
All right.
So you can either
but we
hold
take
off
at
on
least a little
butchering,
bit.
and
Yeah.
the choice
Take
is
a little bit of meat with us.
Yeah.
does someone have like prestidigitation
I do.
or anything to kind of
Yes.
Yes, the
maybe
casters
one of
do.
you not to, but I've heard that can help with like smell and cleanup and stuff. I don't know.
I use Druidcraft
Damn it!
to make flowers blossom, and they are all purple roses.
Oh, I love it.
Like, I don't even try. I'm just like, let's get some flowers, throw this. Oh.
note. This is the first time any of you have ever seen a purple rose. They are not native, they are not native to this area of Horton. There is one place that they are native, and it's currently considered a dead land.
Would
so
this
quite
be
lovely kind.
a religion check or a nature check? Because I want to see if Mithluna even knows that this is a rare thing.
History?
Nature
think
or
nature.
history would be your top two.
Nature or history? Okay, let me
And
look.
plus religion
See what
if
I
you
got.
like, but this is more of
I don't
a
know anything.
cult over religion.
Got it. Okay.
An interesting delineation.
I am proficient in religion, not in history. So
Use a religion check. It will produce different information as compared to history or nature.
you know what? I'm gonna do the chaos route, and I'm gonna do history, and I'm gonna use ties of chaos.
Let loose the
That means
tides
you
of
get to
chaos.
roll on the wild magic chart, doesn't it?
Yep.
Oh joy!
Happy,
Whenever,
joy,
and
happy,
this one,
happy,
since
joy.
it's not attached to a spell, this one is at the DM. When I roll at the chaos thing, it's at
your discretion.
DM's
So whenever you
discretion when I
want
do.
the wild surge to happen, and then it regenerates the ability, or
Yep.
after a long rest.
All right.
Hold on, grabbing glasses to make sure I read that right.
So
Because I'm
Skad,
blind.
Doing the Druidcraft of 4 prestidigitation, I am ruling it that way as a note.
Natural 20 for that history check.
For a total of
21.
you know that the effects of the Barons and specifically the Rose War is one of the reasons that there are 2 cities in the astral plane.
Oh shit. So the Baron was involved in astral sea stuff.
Oh, it's the fact that like a lot of people fled Hordun when when the war sprung out. So, and one of the major factions among that was the Purple Rose. And your 21 of history also reminds you that there was, of all of the barony, one survivor. There was a scorched earth campaign against the barony of the Purple Rose, and the only one to truly survive was the Baron himself. And he locked himself in his manor as the rest of his barony and the land around him withered and died. A few rose bushes are still seen outside, and it is rumored that Baron is still somewhere within his manor to this day. Connected to both worlds of the living and the dead, as he was a very proud and powerful necromancer. He could raise armies.
Not construct armies like the armors that we've
Not construct armies.
actual
Armies
actual
of dead.
undead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're talking, World War Z here.
Yeah, we're talking like
Perfect. Okay.
he would have like Roman legions of the dead. Also with your
I'm just
natural 20,
picturing
you
that
remember it's a faded bit in the back of your head, but the major reason that necromancy was a big thing in his barony is because manual labor is easier run on the dead. Let the living do the advancement of the world and let the dead do the manual labor. The price for living in the Purple Rose is you will be conscripted for work and war. That is after your time. Whenever you die, you are now considered as working fodder.
Oh
I
crap.
have regrets.
All right.
Note, that is for his subjects.
Ooh.
Okay. There's a difference between
regrets.
subjects and others.
There's a difference
okay.
between his subjects and his knights.
Okay.
Those that
I got
carry his
chills.
mark are above your role.
All right. Well, fair. All right. I'm gonna hold on to that information for now. I'm gonna wait until we finish dressing the kill and removing downwind, or not downwind, upwind.
Are you using anything for helping dressing yourself, or are you letting them?
I'm taking all the claws.
I'll use
by the way.
prestidigitation to clean it up.
First
I'm
time you
using
do prestidigitation, roll me a D100.
Okay.
Yes. Fireball, fireball, fireball.
There is a chance.
Guild knows why I say this. Don't joke about that.
Taco Bell. Taco. Wait, what?
I mean, I was already brought back from the dead once. What's another deal with a different vampire?
Oh boy.
It's not like Goblin can be savage. Wait, hold on. Wrong movie.
All right, D100. Let's go. All right, 48.
48.
Let me bring up my notes because you warned me to start taking notes on these.
Oh, please tell me. Is it? Is it? Is it?
Oh no.
What do you think it is?
Fireball?
No.
Damn.
Is it fire related at all?
No. As you try
Okay.
casting prestidigitation, suddenly at your side there is a unicorn.
Yes!
A unicorn?
A unicorn.
Is this Did anyone notice this beast approach? Honestly, I'm kind of worried that we're losing our edge here.
DM, I have a very quick question. As someone who's connected and may have visited, and unicorns being from the Feywild, would I recognize them?
I don't know. I recognize what it is.
Because
It's
it was
my
hilarious.
It is my
Roll
character's
me a
primary thing of
D3.
study, so I would like to roll
D3?
for that as well.
D3.
Okay.
I know, weird die, but
2.
Yeah.
2. No, you don't recognize it.
Okay.
Okay. Do I recognize it at all? Is this part of astral plane lore, or no?
Roll me an Arcana check.
God, I know this role
So
because this came up in a game that I played about a couple of years ago. A unicorn.
Well,
popped up
Guild
in a
is
wild
using-
surge.
Guild is using his own chart, so I don't even know.
The
if that's
unicorn's
the
on that
same.
chart as well. I'm so glad you brought it over to yours. It makes me so happy.
He rolled terrible.
And I think Sylvane was trying to ask something as well.
Oh, just because it's Fiacre's specific obsession and entire life goal area of study. I was wondering if they would know anything about this creature.
Guild, I rolled a 5.
Fair.
I know nothing. I know
Mithluna,
nothing.
there looks to be a weaponized horse standing right next to you.
Ah!
Well, this
What?
Fiacre,
Just
you do know that they are typically not. Oh, real quick. Also, roll me, Mithluna. Roll me a D4.
okay, and I think she's going to on instinct cast dancing lights on it. Like, dancing lights.
We are not going to have a rave.
And please don't roll what I'm hoping that you don't roll.
I rolled a 1.
So there's a reason that you don't recognize it. This is the first time that you've ever seen a unicorn with black hair
Oh, pretty.
or red eyes.
Oh no.
Very shadowy mane. Fiacre, I
Oh,
need you to roll me a.
is this an undercorn?
Roll me a.
I know.
Whatever you think would be best for your role. History, religion, like history or arcana or nature, like whatever you think would be best for your hyper focus.
Roger Dodger. Oh, that's perfect. So that was a nat 20. I was rolling Arcana, which I am very good at, and I have a +5, so that's a 25.
Yes.
You've heard of these before. You didn't think they were real because how could they be real? No way is there a dark unicorn. It's unheard of. And yet
Ta-da!
once I have to get past this.
Once you do that, Scott has something he wants to say just in that moment once all that information is gathered.
I still don't know exactly what I know about them.
Yeah, once.
It's glowing with
gives you the
dancing lights
info.
right now.
Yeah, because I'm thinking all this is happening in like the instant the unicorn appears. Unicorn appears, pop. We're all looking, getting info.
So yeah, that means I have to pull it off of that other book a bit more.
Did I just get a mount?
No, but
No, because the first thing Scott says when it appears is dibs.
Hey, hold on. Nothing's
Hey,
happened
I'm
yet.
the one that summoned it, I think.
Yeah, Llama deserves the unicorn, if anybody.
If it doesn't kill
biased.
me.
You are
The
biased, if I may.
Speaking of,
Wait, how am I
Um,
biased?
speaking of, unfortunately, Mithluna,
Yeah,
what is
it's
your
gonna
armor?
13.
As it appears, it looks around. Its eyes catch you first, seeing as you're within 5 feet of it.
And I summoned it by accident.
Mm,
Oh, no, this is an evil unicorn?
yes.
Oh my fucking god, yes. So,
Oh
yeah, on the normal chart with a normal unicorn, it attacks whatever it thinks is evil. This is an evil unicorn attacking whatever it thinks is good.
no.
This is amazing.
You said
Is
13?
this why you
so
didn't want me to roll a 1?
Yes. Because
Okay.
on a roll of a 1, you get a dark unicorn. On a roll of a 2, 3, or 4, you get a regular fucking unicorn.
Okay, so my little caltrop D4
Just
it was a glitter D4. It was a glittery one. It's now getting retired.
just the sheer statistical odds of all this happening.
I know, right?
Oh,
Oh no. Oh, this okay.
This
Oh,
is gonna be bad.
all right. That is some dice. That is some dice.
You're rolling that 20 on the attack.
No, I didn't roll
Okay.
a nat 20.
Is it a dirty 20?
glancing nervously at the tree where their grappling hook and rope are still
I didn't roll a
fastened.
nat 20. I didn't roll a dirty 20, but I did not roll a miss.
Okay, I'm good.
Not dibs.
What is your total health?
If we subdue it, good.
Okay. Right now, because of the extra hit points that lovely Navarro gave me, I've got a 20.
Okay, so you'll survive this.
Okay.
Probably.
Its temporary HP is gone.
Yes. Hold on, let me pull it out until you tell me how much I have left.
Well, that's
I hate when it does that.
that's
Sorry. It's late.
No, we
Of all the
gotcha.
times to roll a 1.
I rolled a 1. Fuck.
there's good and bad on this. Good news is okay, that's not very much. Good news is it only lasts for a minute.
That's
Bad
how
news is
many
it does knock
turns
you
of
down in
6
a single turn.
seconds?
It
Oh,
did over 30
no.
damage total. So
How
Oh, I'm
much?
down. Okay.
you're in saving throws.
All right, cool.
Son of a bitch.
I think we should pick up there with initiative next time.
Yeah,
Well,
we
remember,
will. Next time will be the
Yeah, I might be.
Are you trying to give Silver a mental breakdown? Just like for the record.
on purpose,
I know.
but it's apparently
No, don't worry.
a
You'll be
thing.
next, and then the two of us can panic.
Oh, you're giving my character so much growth in one session, you don't even know.
Okay, Mithluna, I'm gonna ask you to. I will give you an opportunity that I think will be quite fun. Roll me a D100.
All right.
This could be fun.
Is she surging while going down?
You are surging while going down.
It makes
Fuck
sense
yes.
given everything we know
Ugh.
about Miffluna's backstory,
Mm-hmm.
Goodness.
especially with that
Gracious.
astral drifter. If she surges right now, it makes total sense. All right. would be a 32.
Luckily, that's not far on the. You've.
If she summons another fucking
Bring it.
evil,
Bring it. Don't hold back.
I'm not
This
gonna
is
hold
it.
back.
This is
Um,
why I picked wild magic. Then this is also why wild magic is dangerous. And she doesn't cast magic unless it's absolutely fucking necessary.
Yeah. So I know that you're going.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. Don't pull the punches.
Well, I'm not going to.
I got 2 in 1 episode. It's great.
this is Silver's villain origin story.
I don't know about you guys, but I am thriving.
Okay, purple flower man.
No,
Um,
the
I need
thematics.
you to roll me a d20.
Okay. I'm gonna do it again on the wild magic dice because that seems to be the theme.
Yep. The first one is going to be for the unicorn.
D20 for the unicorn?
Yep.
That would be a 13 for the unicorn.
Okay.
One for me.
One for you.
Okay.
And then you're going to have the hardest thing you're going to have for a little while.
Okay. I rolled a 9. Do I add anything to this?
You add your spellcasting modifier.
Oh, goody.
No way.
This is going to be
Okay.
very.
Stress brain's happening. Remind me what my spellcasting modifier is.
It's your charisma mod.
Okay.
Plus
Here it is. Yeah.
proficiency.
Okay. Plus my proficiency. Spell
I'm right.
attack.
If it's an attack,
Spell
it's
attack or spell
yeah, plus
modifier.
proficiency.
attack.
So your
Okay, then
spell
it's
attack
plus
roll.
6. So it's plus 6. So it's a 15 total.
Okay. And now pick one of your allies.
Oh no.
As a
Are you really
ally
volunteering?
has to be within 120 feet of you.
Okay.
Just pick someone.
I mean, I
Any of
was
us will do.
kind of right there, bringing up the flowers, helping finish everything out. I was getting the claws out, so I'm right there.
Sure, I'm watching the pot. I'm in the middle of the camp. You know, any of us will do.
Okay.
You know what? I haven't been picked on anything. Sure, why not? I
I
still
love how we're all
have,
volunteering to get hit.
Maybe you should
Okay,
just
so
roll.
okay, on my screen I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna roll a d4.
That sounds great.
Not the glitter one, because that one's dead
Not
to
the
me
glitter
now.
one.
Nice, Jill.
Wait, is this a scorching ray?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
She's releasing a bunch of alligators all at once.
Okay, Skad, I'm sorry, you are.
Don't
I
bring
rolled a
it.
2,
Roll
and
a
you were number
D20.
2
You're rolling an
Roll
attack
it.
roll.
for my magic.
Yes.
Okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh. I rolled a 19 plus 6, 25. I'm
Good
sorry,
job.
Scott.
All right.
Yeah, that hits.
So roll a d10 and add your charisma modifier.
My goodness.
Now I know what this attack is.
Okay, you're lucky. I rolled a 1 plus 4, 5.
That one is that we're going in order again. So that's at the unicorn.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Now you.
Okay. I rolled a 5 plus a 4, so a 9.
Now Skad.
I mean, if she's down, that's just failed that saving throw.
A 9 again, so 5 plus 4, so it's 9. And now I get a cat. Hi, cat.
Mithluna. Unfortunately, I'm adding more trauma to you. As you start going down, your hands start to feel warm and then hot as 3 firebolts launch out of your hands, one of them hitting you, one of them hitting Unicorn, one of them hitting Skad. We're going to start our next proper session, which will be next month, with you at 1 failed death save, Skad having taken 9 fire
points.
damage, and the Unicorn having taken 5.
And Skad
and
having
it's
made a
fire
deal with a
magic?
vampire baron.
And it's fire magic again.
Yep. It's a firebolt,
Alright.
which you said 3 out, and it says, according to the way I worded it, it hits you and 2 other creatures in range. I know you're going to send one of them at the enemy. Duh. So then the last firebolt goes at one of your allies. I gave you the warning of it is an attack, so you are casting an attack spell.
Yep. Oh, and one of them was at me. So that's where the failed comes at. Okay.
That's where the fail comes at.
So I just, character-wise, this has come up before, and I'm just going to remind the table, because this is something Mithluna has said. She was found in the middle of the ocean covered in burns. And now she just...
Is
saw
there
what
a
happened.
spell called BetterHelp or Therapist? It summons you
think
into a demi-plane with a comfy couch that you can lie on, where a celestial form gets summoned to help you deal with all your trauma.
Unfortunately, we cannot send you to levels 1, 2, or 3 from the help desk. I'm sorry.
I feel like just before sort of the credits roll, I feel like Fiacre's just like looking back and forth between all this fucking shit happening, and just like, oh, really, not again.
I have not taken a single note since the end of combat.
And Silver's mouth is just open.
And there's an owlbear out there somewhere.
Yes, a
There's an
very
owlbear out there somewhere. So, on that note, thank you all very much for joining us on this run of chaos. As Silver said, let the chaos begin. Here we are, 2 combats in on a single trip. Oh, you aren't even out of the travel range yet. This, oh my, I can believe this. Unfortunately,
This is Silver's villain origin story. I'm not joking. It really is.
in 2 weeks, we'll see how many people we have available for it. I might be doing a small one shot, and I am now going to reveal the name of that one shot. For those of you who are here, there's going to be these characters, as they are going to be transported to the workshop that watches at full health and all of that.
Oh, yay.
So, like, it's a one shot. So, copy your character and use that copy. That is your best way to do this. That way, you keep this character as unpristine and unfortunately messed up as they are. As
It's not dead as they are.
Yeah, unfortunately. And everyone gets their spells and all that. And you're going to go into this one shot as fresh as possible, but you're going into the workshop that watches.
Cool.
I
Until
won't
next
be there.
time, unfortunately, we are going to be.
We're gonna
missing-
need another
I
tenor.
will likely not be there either.
Yeah.
Unless traffic's good.
If traffic is good, then we will have 4 or 5. We will see how things go. I will keep everyone posted to the best of my abilities. Until next time, thank you all very much for watching. Be well, roll safe.
Which I did not
I'm half
do.
vampire!
I'm dying.
Yeah.